Oi, oi. Flat Earth British. Martin Liedtke speaking. Live and direct from lovely Wales land in the UK. On what is an epic Flatterday? Flat thumbs. Thrice to infinity. Don't worry about all the glitchy stuff. It's all just to add effect to trippiness. So you're going to have a fantastic night tonight again. On Flat Earth British, going to melt your Bryans. We're going to have a lot to think about. Going to pose many questions. Going to put a bit of a case together and present it to you. Excuse me, my computer just went off. Concerning, the fuck is wrong with this? The age of photography. Now, I did a series years ago, what is the real age of photography, which posed great doubt that any of what they were telling us, which we know anyway. Excuse me, my computer seems to have gone off. I can't keep an eye on you all. Well, there you are in chat. So I'm going to put a case forward, right, and maybe some stuff that you guys did not know about, okay, guys, that is going to get you all thinking. Okay, to me, it is definite in my Brian that they're lying about the age of photography, and some of the images, as mind-blowing as it sounds, guys, some of the images that we may be looking at today, which are the rarest and the earliest that I've yet come across, because they are, according to the official narrative, in the infancy of photography, 1842, of the destroyed classical world. You know, so they invent photography. The first thing they think about photographing is not the environment they live in, nay, not people, nay, not the world that they are building. No, 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 no. The destroyed classical world. So I'm starting to wondering if, you know, when these skeleton crews are occupying, you know, different countries, I dare say there's only a few people in each city in some of these cases, guys. I'm going to show you photographs of, in this presentation, the earliest photographs available of, they're made on metal plates. They're absolutely stunning. But they show Athens and Rome devoid of, not even a rat exists. You've got to ask yourselves, guys, in cities of this size, where is everybody? I mean, nothing. Okay, guys, nothing is there. These are empty places. Baalbek, the home of the Phoenicians, the Baalbek, capital of Phoenicia, if you like. 1842, these snaps on metal plates, and I can't help thinking that, you know, these photographs are taken, you know, not long after the actual catastrophe, so to speak. So 352 of you just turned up. Let me orientate myself. Now let's talk about stuff, FEB stuff. So I find it difficult to believe that we're actually 15 days into January. I also find it difficult to believe that was a week that just went by between Saturdays or Flatterdays, because I'm thinking like it was just like 1 second. Okay, it is just nuts how quick this time's going. I don't think it's just because of my age, guys, because other people are experiencing the same thing. Also, I'm having reports coming into me, and they're all saying, and in comments as well, and pretty much the same as what I am experiencing, which is the vibrational levels are all over the place. Since the new year, it's been really fucking weird. Feels weird because now we're feeling it. It's like we're really, really feeling it. It's coming closer, whatever it is. It's coming closer. We know. Sense it now, and it is strange. It is strange to say the least. Dreams. Sorry to bring them up all of the time, but they do define my existence, really. But I'm having, like, you know, good few emails a day, people saying that I'm in their dreams. Okay. In a mud floody sense, or in this saving what's left of humanity sense, or being the indigo children, I should say, and the people here now to usher in a new reality for what's to come. Because I tell you what, it isn't what they think it is. The fall of an empire is upon us, people. We're going to witness it, all of us. We help that along. They always show their hand before the empire falls, guys. Okay, so don't spare any of you. I know it feels weird. We're probably under attack by witches and stuff by now. But they've got nothing on us, guys. They've got nothing because we are all powerful and we are being protected for the Most High. Okay, but we got the big guns. They can't fight the big guns, guys. They're just pussies compared to the big guns. So I wouldn't worry. I want to just assure you guys, don't ask me how I know this stuff, but just assure you to hold fast, have faith. Okay, better times will come. Okay, I know it's fucking weird, and they've come out with like Delta over Chromatron number 6, and they're going to keep doing it forever and ever. But they aren't actually giving the game away. You know, did you see Boris disco dancing? Yeah, it looked like he shit himself, or he's wearing a man bag thing because he shits himself. You know, nobody actually goes on the dance floor in reality and does dad dances, do they? Especially if they're leader of an important country like Britain. You know, this is ultimate buffoonery, guys. Surely everyone can see this by now. They're literally taking the piss. Okay, they're doing it deliberate because they want to give the game away. You see, they want everyone to, like, you know, the penny's dropped with all the J-habbers by now. Surely that they've all had 3 J-habs. Onward with the booster boosters, even though the UN says it's going to fucking compromise your immune systems. You're all going to be fucked. To me, they've been on a slow kill for a fucking while, guys. They're all looking not that healthy. Let's take a comparison, okay, just for an experimental sense. Somebody that kept his own free will. You lot, J-habbed, gave yours a fucking way. Tough shit, ski. But I kept my free will. As a result, same as the last 25, 30 years, not even a snotty fucking nose. I'm just saying, yo. If anyone keeps, like, I'm getting long narratives of people sending me stuff that they want me to post. I can tell you now, on Flat Earth British, I ain't doing their job for him. I ain't doing the beast's job for him and talking about fucking Rona or anything like it at all, ever. I've already said that umpteen times. I'll put little memes up. I've invented memes. Yeah, I discovered through print, you know, from paint on my pictures, Google Pictures, I can actually make memes. Okay. This should be forbidden in the realm, okay? I will literally make the realm implode up its own backside because of what I'm putting on memes. We have to be very, very careful. So 540 of you. Much love. Higher vibrations, guys. It's been a weird week. It's been a quick week. There's a lot going on in Flat Earth British realm. And we have been very busy organizing fantastic stuff. Okay, on Flat Earth British. If you're not subscribed to this channel now on all Flat Earth British channels, I suggest you do, because this is, as always, where the juice will be happening this year. Okay, we're going to have, which is already beyond its inception, okay, a Flat Earth British tour. Okay, British cities, Mud Flood tour, that's coming soon. Okay, details and everything are being knocked up as we talk. Also, I've been trying to get hold of a nice big venue for maybe spring solstice, okay, to usher in the spring in a proper FEB sense and kickstart this year off with epic non-give-a-fuckness, as we do, yeah? Bring the love and vibration for everybody. That's what we do. So I tried the E52 Club. Unfortunately, they had a committee meeting, but they had so many residents and members complaints about the last Flat Earth British convention. I think because we might have been a bit naughty or something. So they won't be entertaining us again. But we are looking at other venues for up to 300 people, and that's in the next 2 months. And you know we can just shit this out, okay? I just don't say things and they just don't happen. I say things and they happen. You know this, don't you? Okay? So rest assured, we got Fantasticus coming on Flat Earth British. Make it so, in magic. Pixie dust. You see how trippy that was with the green thing on the screen? So yeah, it was a bit too cold to leave my curtains open. It's like 0 fucking stupid temperatures outside, something that is just cold, you know. So I'm not leaving my curtains open. So I thought I'd put the green screen on there, have a little play. For one, it won't hurt, will it? Here's another little background. Come here, Bath. There you are. I'm from Wales, okay. You see, Wales. I know a good percentage of the population does not understand where Wales is. Shirley Bassey, Tom Jones, Shakin' Stevens, Martin Liedtke. Yeah, that's right. Oh, anyway, right. Do you think this one is appropriate? Probably not. It's only the Nuremberg rally. This is a history documentary post, by the way. And we're looking at this in a historical context, yeah? That's a fuck ton of people. Wait till Metallica hits it 40 years on. Much, much more. Because they did. They did. Okay. Or Wolf Mother, when it made people's ears bleed. Okay, as they do. So anyway, I'm here in an undisclosed location, Aruba, for the rest of this post. Oh, fucking hell, it feels much better than that icy cold wasteland outside. It's the Badlands up there. Okay, it's the Badlands. I can't even tell you. So I'll let a few of you pile in. Let's give you some shoutages and shit and stuff. Okay, look at my hair all going glitchy. That adds to the weirdness. Don't even worry about it. So, I am mates, and we did a little game for the last couple of hours. I've been 3 hours in chat. It's incredible where that went, that 3 hours. It seemed like literally 5 minutes just went by. Where I did competitions like the Stones or the Who. It's tricky, isn't it? Stones or the Who. Did the Stones have a Keith Moon? I don't think so, did they? No, they had Charlie Watts, didn't they? Okay. So I'm thinking like definitely more in the favor of Who. You know, so I have fairies. Stock up, yeah, stock up. I got my herbal teas. Let's have a little coffee each. And there's Nora, Noon's Flower. How you going, Nora? I just good to see you. Rachel's here in the house. Hi, Noons. Nora, everyone telling me off how I call your name. I just got. We're learning Martinese together. Okay. Eventually, this independent state, my bedroom is actually independent Tatarian state. Eventually, when Wales gets independence, this will be an independent Tatarian state where everyone will have free will, except for the ones that gave it away when they wear masks and have a jihad. So anyway. Did that scare you? I just appeared next to you. I disappeared and I reappeared on YouTube live in front of many, many people. You got to ask yourself, guys, what's going on? What's going on? But really, no, what the fuck is going on, guys? It's starting to get really trippy. It's not just me. Everyone's saying the same thing, and they're all reporting exactly the same fucking thing. I'm like, whoa. The synchronicity's been off the radar since early last year or since the beginning of all this weirdness, since whenever, 2012 or whatever. But now I'm like, saying stuff and people are picking up on it and coming back. I'll give you an example. I'm doing a vlog on the age of photography. Niven, does a vlog this morning, a cool vlog, on the originator or the inventor of photography being a complete patsy. Isn't that a similarity when I'd already fixed up a vlog on photography? So I thought, sinkage, especially amongst the community. Beans, good to see you. So I'm glitching like a motherfucker. Darren, good to see you. Stu, Brian, could you name yourself Brain, James, so I can get it wrong. Call you Brian again. Strange Matt in logic. Don't worry about it. Hometown Hutch. I find it weird that last phone in we had last week when people were saying that they say Brian now in their heads. Isn't it funny how you can change your mental structure of words? Like Brian is much more fun than Brain anyway, isn't it? Yeah, I know. And we're trying to have fun here. Well, we are having fun here. Marie, she's a homie. She's from Cardiff and Wales as well. There you are. Now my mind is at rest. Not really, but we'll pretend it is, as always. Martin, my future history is Black Friday sale. No, I've never been to one. I'm never going to go near retail except to basically pick on them. Mel, I am been foggy year. It's been like, I am Mel. Nice to see you. It's been really foggy here, but last night we had an epic full moon. It was wicked, really, really bright, and lovely stars and everything. We got Mike Dorman with Aberdare. Mike, we got loads of Aberdarians in the chat. We has Matthew Davis, we has Rossage, and they're all from Aberdare. Fuck me, afterwards from Aberdare. Kelly Dolan. They don't sound like that in Aberdare. Yes, they do. Abercombe, fuck them. Sorry. A bit of Cardiffian Valleys fun going on there. ABN, even though it's only about 10 miles that way. 20. Darren, good to see you, my friend. Kabaloshish. Enrique, good to see you, my friend. Eurobic principles apply now. What, like having epic heavy metal concerts or have Jeremy Clarkson rip around it in a Bugatti. That might be a motorbike. I don't even know about cars. Don't even pretend I do, Matt. Show yourself up. Randy, is that Randy? Yeah, Randy Weathers and Just Wait Band. Oh, that sounds really good. I'd watch you. I'd watch you. Do you cover versions? Do you? We're having a little competition earlier. Who's the best? Like Stones, The Who, things like that. Hendrix, Marley. Tricky one. I know. Don't think you can call that one, can you? Oh, the Doors or Grateful Dead. Tricky. Okay. I know. See how this is going? I know. It's really difficult, isn't it? Jilly proof. Hi, Jilly. So we'll have a little few thought games later on concerning some words and interesting, really interesting decodes etymological wise. Miles Phillips, good to see you, Miles. Much love to you too. So yeah, it's magic in the air, isn't there? Can you feel it? It's weird, isn't it? It's tangible. It's been a really strange fucking year, though. It's been weird on so many levels. I can't even describe it. I'm trying to remember a time in my life before when I actually felt like this. I can't remember one. It's just like completely new to me, guys. Whatever it is. So we're going to look at photography. Okay. And some of you may not have known about the American Civil War, which is going to flip your Brians. We're going to look into, as I said, the early photography of Philbert Gurant de Praget, who was one of the first photographers. The first thing he ever photographs is the smashed classical world, as in Baalbek, Athens and Rome. So we're going to have a look at them. We're going to have a look at some links and curio that I've picked up throughout the week. We're going to have a little adults only, possibly, humor and funnies, a flat earth British funnies. If you're new to my channel, I was going to apologize like beforehand, but why bother? I don't really mean it anyway. It's just, it's just tough shit. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Oh, and a load of other stuff. I got a load of hangouts coming up. I got a show coming up very, very soon. I'm going to go over on to, I don't know if you know, JC, who's Quantum Truth JC. She's got a fuck ton of subscribers. She talks about consciousness and a lot of the similar stuff. She loves Mudflood and all of that. I'm going to go chuck over on her channel very soon. And she's going to come over on you if she could put up with me. Who even knows? Okay. Sonia, dear. Good to see you. See Mel? She thinks I'm nuts. She can't put up with me at all. Sketches, Martin Allen. Mark, is this not true? Fiona, dear. Little Wing. Adults only. Well, not really. If you are young, you're going to grow up really quickly by watching it. No, get them out of the room. Lindsay, you're in this. We've got a super fantastic picture of you, Flat Firmin. We do love our Lindsay sash of a Flat Earth British Flatterday post. Christoph Dex, that's a good one. Too much waffling here. Well, go fuck off then, Christoph. Go watch something else. Actually, one of your mods can like get rid of him for that. That would make me happy. Yeah, too much. Well, this is a build up. I'm letting everyone gather in. Okay, stupid bollocks. Okay, and then I'm going to pour the love and the juice. You're too negative. You can have a good time nowhere out there. So go and have a good time nowhere out there. we only do love for good vibrations out here. So, and I ain't taking no prisoners. So go fuck yourself. Yeah, I feel really happy about being myself. Why suppress my true nature anyway for YouTube? Why not just be myself? Space Drum, you need a new fucking name like that, for example. Yeah, call yourself Water Drum Sintoni. Space is water. It's fake, yo. Anyway, so there's Newsflower talking to Melich. See, we all love one another in this house. It's good, isn't it? If we had a big enough house, we could all live in here together. Haha, Christoph, chill, man. No Melich, no chilling. I want. Oh, fun. Laura St. Martin, good to see you. Chill out. Yeah, all right. I'm having a weird week. Okay, Brian, it's not a good time. I'm getting like witch attacked. It can't get to me anyway because I'm super duper protective. I'm just saying I feel it. Times be weird. All right, let's get into the juice. Stop whoever. I don't like his name anyway. Sort of said Satan to me. That's just me though. Okay. All right, I'm going to pull myself together, okay? Now, let's get on with some juice. Now, what we're going to look at, right, is the real age of photography. Now, I did a series on the Celtic Tatarian channel. If you don't know about that, I got 1,000 videos on one of my other channels. And I did it about 5-6 years ago when I posed the question, you know, looking early back at some of these, basically some of these images that we were seeing were so detailed, we were wondering if there was some photographic process going on. And then we looked into the camera obscura, and oh, right, they have got cameras back in at least the medieval period, and then later on. And then it occurred to me, you know, with cameras, I thought, well, such an easy invention. I thought, what, 1830s, they invented the camera. So what? They nailed pressure systems and fucking thermodynamics in steam trains, and they can't get a fucking camera together. That's not ringing true with me, guys. You know what I mean? So they had the camera. Okay, they had the camera early on. Some of these images that we're looking at from further back time, guys. And I'll show you the evidence of why I think this is so right now in this post. Please make sure to share this out. Okay, share the shit. And like and all of those other groovy YouTube things that they do to all of the YouTube channels. Not that I care anyway, but it all helps. So peace and love. Happy vibes. Buckle in. So this is an interesting little fucking picture. This she notes like this, and I think to myself, so what is really going on? Is it all just a stage set? Or are we looking at a photograph actually from that time? Because it would seem a giant sort of building program to get this Dickensian street together, Phoenician tower. There's some gentlemen in the back in, say, at least mid-Victorian clothes with the top hat. But what about this guy? He looks like a town crier. This guy's, you know, late 1600s, 1700s. He's an 18th century gentleman, as is this one. So these clothes, they could be from both eras, even these and even these. So what we have in this picture is either it's a movie set for a film, but it's apparently a photograph from antiquity. And what we got is crossed ages in mixes in ages of dress, which I will show you some more evidence for a little bit later. Okay, as well in other forms where they're mixing the ages up. Okay, like overlapping dimensions, which is what could be going on here full stop anyway, because it's not the same place. And you know, I'm feeling such a disconnection from all of it now, and I'm just thinking that we've come so far away from the original timeline, it's hard to get a grasp anymore. So the official narrative for photography is the first photographs were taken between 1826 and 1827 by this Joseph Napish. The world's oldest surviving photograph was captured using this technique invented of holography, okay, which led to demi-grues and lithographs, I think, of some sort of photograph. So these are the first photographs ever taken. Okay, so instantly we have a Freemason. And also note, okay, this gentleman here has 18th century garb on. This guy's could be from 1790. Okay, if he had the Napoleonic hat on. Okay, he's also got his hand in his lapel, which is a 100% Freemasonic shout. So dig the first official photographs presented to us by them who lie about everything, including history. On their first, Robert Cornelius is his name. Okay, so even a sort of Masonic fucking name is doing a Masonic pose. So I don't trust that. And this is the first ever shot, okay, of some roof. And that's apparently Robert Cornelius there as well in the first ever. And then they tell you, and if you pick this shot apart, this is really mud floody. This is the first ever street photograph. Okay, and it's a Parisian street. I've shown it a dozen times. And the first people ever photographed in history is a boy shining a man's shoes, they say. But there's all mud coming down the back of this building and it covers the lower levels. It looks like not far after a mud flood. And this is also one of the earliest ever. Okay, I thought until this week. And then I discovered only less than a decade later, they managed to ship someone to the far off reaches where the world is not supposed to be connected. Okay. to these archaeological sites, which we'll show you in a minute. Now, you may or may not know, and I find this highly, highly suspicious, that most, if not all, of the American Civil War photographs that have been presented to us were found decades later in the roof of a greenhouse on plates, all faded. So dig. The most important historical event in American history, a raging fucking war for 4 years, photographs been around for decades, and they could have took 1 million photographs, but dig. Most of the American Civil War photographs are found in Maryland in a greenhouse roof, mostly faded, where they've been there all that time. And this is only 1860s. So 1860s, and we haven't got a photographic records of the American Civil War because it's all come out of a greenhouse roof in Maryland. You taking a fucking piss, history. Guys, this is what they're selling us. You aware of this? This photograph out of a greenhouse roof. This photograph, they tell us, out of a greenhouse roof 20 years after the case. So they're telling us that if you were around in 1870, okay, and you just lived through the American Civil War, you would never been able to view any official government films like here of Ulysses S. Grant, the Union commander, who looks like shit constantly for such an important man, who steps in shit, who walks in shit, and his tent looks like shit. What? Well, that's weird because the Americans are building fantastic cities at the same time. Yeah, the American Civil War, you know, it's like really messy shit, isn't it? You know? I find that a big alarm call in my brain, guys. That there's no photographic record outside of that greenhouse, hardly. Don't you find that an alarm call? Well, it is to me. So, dig. They're lying about photography, the age of photography. This is definitely a big clue that they never had an American Civil War fucking photographs, the biggest event in American history in 18. It winds me up, actually, guys. It's insulting everyone's intelligence here. It doesn't take much to go and research this stuff. You fucking find out where their entire fucking most of their photographs originated from. There are other official ones with the Smithsonian, other people, and New York Library, except like that, okay? But they don't tell you anything. Nothing of any of the battles. It's always shitty encampments. Napoleonic-sized battles where hundreds of thousands are being killed, literally. And Tatum, Gettysburg, the wilderness. Do I need to go on? What a fake fucking reality this is. It winds me up now, guys. It's winding me up. This is insulting to me now. Think about it. So they've been around photographs, I reckon, since time immemorial, I would say. Nothing new is under the sun, in fact, guys. Okay, this is a spooky photograph. I think there's more going on with Madame Tussauds. It's an older Tatarian building on Baker Street in London, a massive Tatarian building, and I think there's something going on with it. And the lifelike wax images, I'm saying something far more nefarious is going on with waxworks. I think, well, you can use your imagination of what I'm trying to suggest, but I definitely think it's the thing with the elites. You know, like Michael Jackson, who I definitely think is alive now after watching UAP's video. Michael Jackson is alive. Get over to UAP channel, guys. Michael Jackson's fucking alive, yo. Yeah, he's changing into this other Hollywood freak guy. So yeah, when we study the images of San Francisco or Detroit or Seattle or all other American cities, what we find is you'll always get plaques which say Demagrouge or photography for hire. Everybody's at it in the Victorian era. It's the new fad. Even this chick has bought herself a stonking big camera. Look at the mud flooded down there. Stonking big camera because everyone is at it. Yet, try and do some research. Go and look online now tonight after my vlog and go and dig yourself up some Victorian photographs. I'm telling you what, the collections are extremely limited for only 100+ years ago, guys. I mean, this is out in the park in London, I'm guessing, where this photographer's setting up. I mean, they set up everywhere. It was not difficult to get your photograph done. They say the reason you don't smile is because of the time it takes for exposure. Okay, so if you smile, it messes it up. Maybe. Further back in time, medieval period, we had the camera obscura. I think it was maybe Da Vinci or was it Michelangelo? One of them had a version as well on his plates, Michelangelo, where the image is put in on there's ones in cities today, and it's put in on a sort of mirror, but the mirror is a reverse image. Now, if you put a silk screen in front of this image, you can capture the image perfectly on some sort of photosensitive material or chemical. These people were alchemists, for fuck's sake, guys. They were doing all sorts of weirdness and they couldn't get photosensitive chemicals together. My ass. Again, insulting to my intelligence, because they could get so much other technologies together. They would have had that together. Okay, that's just a given. So there's not many of these because of their early time. These are rare. What they're showing is spooky. Athens, 1840s. A city of its size should have some population at least. Okay. I suspect that, they send a skeleton crew, which is why we only see ladders, maybe 50 people to each city, maybe just 100 people dig it out, a few Indians, maybe a few Irish, that sort of thing. Sworn to secrecy, maybe. I read one narrative, Native American Indian said he was going on to the next city to dig it out a few years ago in an old Bailey's American book. I'm mislaid now. But you won't see any population for, a city the size of Athens. Okay. No population, no dogs, no birds, no smoke. Not even a rat stirs. Where is everybody? Where is everybody? There's bits of large masonry there. That looks a sort of new building, but again, not a sausage. Not a sausage exists. Here's another view of the city. Oh, we should get at least a cat or a horse or something, shouldn't we? What about a flock of birds? Roma's got all stallions which shit 1 million tons of poo on the Roman cars each year. Is this not the case, guys? Yes. Well, Athens must have something similar. Where are all the birds? Where are all the flocks? Where is everybody? Where is everything? What is going on? Spooky as hell. Post reset. That's what they're showing us. This is not long after a mud flood, Mount Olympus here. Look. This thing's all mud. It's melted. And this is the civilization we're actually talking about, the classical world. Greeks, they don't know who the Greeks were. They don't even know who the Stoics were. This is all from the same sources, the same sources that all the classical world has. Troy, Carthage, Greece, Rome, all colloquial terms for who we think are the Phoenicians. Babylon the Great, who rules them now. Is this blackened? Look like it's been on fire from this side to you? What do you think after 4,000 years of antiquity, standing in rain and snow, and I'm sure Athens has ice that far up or frost sometimes, that this burning would have gone away? Surely. And then there's information on the Elgin marbles the British have stolen and they've taken away to Elgin off of the Acropolis. They won't give it to them. This looks a bit of new brickwork here. Maybe a retainer by the skeleton. So Athens, that clear, guys. 1840. What the fuck? I know. These are not so clear. These are steel plates. You can see they're steel plates, and these from Baalbek. Okay, 1842, and I couldn't believe the age. These are the earliest ever recorded. Not long, I guess, after they say that they, discovered the place. The city apparently built by Cain. This photographer, interesting. There's a fingerprint there. Interesting the stuff he was capturing, I found. Okay, this guy knew a little bit about history. There's some sort of creature here. Sorry, so ill-defined, but you're looking at 180 years ago, apparently. Well, what about this in Baalbek? Okay, again, it looks burnt. Okay, I don't know if it's the plate, fingerprint there. But check this out. What's this bulbous thing? Is this a head coming out of the side? Well, that is, isn't it? I don't think that's a photographic, burn or what have you. So fingerprints all around. I like that touch because of that little human touch, doesn't it? But wow, the age of these. They kind of been I'm thinking this is straight after. They're saying 1842, guys. I'm saying what before, well before. So we got mosaic floor. I have never seen one of them in Baalbek on all the things I've looked at on Baalbek. So maybe that's been covered over because I've not seen that before. Beautiful geometry in that floor. It's almost a negative, but they get, again, it's put onto a steel plate using photosensitive chemicals. Now, if you remember last week, I was talking about mirrors. Well, they taint the back of these, use a taint, okay, silver backing, etc., metals. And then somebody put in my comments that the word entertainment. So with mirrors, and I talk about them being evil portals, like the phones being scrying mirrors, and we're in mortal danger with all of this shit. We're going to need to fucking get rid of it as soon as we get this done, because it's really bad for us. Enter, as in enter the portal. Tain, the taining on the back of a mirror, meant mind, entertain mind. It's all in there, what they're doing with the entertainment. It's to pull you into their portal of mindfuckery. Also, maintenance. So that's main, like the mains. Tain, as again, backing on a mirror. And ance, as in sense, like trance, sense. So it's all in the words, maintenance, entertainment. We'll tell you what it really, really means. Look at the details of this. And this is far off antiquity. This is supposed to be Old Testament times. And that big stone that's dropped, I can't imagine the forces that hit Baalbek or any of the other Persian sites. The Babylonian sites are just mind-blowing. The size of these Corinthian tops, guys, they must be 10 ton a piece. How'd they get them up there? Again, Corinthian top. Very nice, beautiful. 10 ton of it. I'm not sure what's a little, what looks like that pattern that we see a lot. Looks a bit Celtic, I guess. But the intricate pattern, not much else showing on there, but 180-year-old, what we're going to get. So he does decorative, so he knows the stuff to photograph. I'll give him that. This Garant de Projet. And as I said, these are actually, until this week, the earliest photographs I've witnessed in my life, guys. These are very, very rare, and you won't get earlier. And I'm proposing, I think, that they were doing photographs way, 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 way before. Nice touch, fingerprints again, hair swirl, nice touch. And look at this thing. Everything just fell off it. And look at the inside. It's just, what? This looks like advanced technology to me, guys. Circular, all of these temples. I think the connection, I'm starting to work with the idea of a mixture of bells and Mercury at this stage. Bells and Mercury. I'll talk about a bit more when I know a bit more. But there is a way to make a charge and a vibrational quality to boot and more by this process of Mercury and vibrational quality. You want to see what Mercury does when you hit it with a certain frequency, guys. This stuff's freaky. And as we know, there are different sorts of Mercury. Hint, hint. Freddy ready. So yeah, fantastic pictures. So early, I can't even believe that they even exist. Oh, that managed to get them. Look at this thing just left out nowhere. And that looks like the top of a ceiling and just one segment that thick. What's it made of? Cement? Concrete? Concrete. Sea. It's like sea. Meant. Sea mind. It's called sea mind. It's all there, guys. All there in the wordings. Look at this one. Fuck me. It's just blackened. It's just blackened. I don't think that's a photographic process. I literally just think they're blackened. Is this a fireplace or something? What is this? Oh, I wish I could get more defined detail. I'd love to know what that is. Do you see what I mean? I've studied loads of photographs of Baalbek, and I ain't seen none of this. Right, there's that stone in Baalbek there, that massive one. The Lebanese says the biggest monolith in the world or what have you, but I think there might be other ones in India I've seen a bit bigger actually, guys. But yeah, they were apparently hewing this, and I reckon it's just fallen down. It was up or something. And there it is. Some of these megaliths down here weigh hundreds of tons. No human being modern day. The plinth on top of Baalbek itself, you know, programs like Ancient Aliens have posted, fucking talked about it being a landing platform. The thing is massive. And underneath, you want to see what's underneath these walls, guys. I seen somebody walking through there years ago, just most unbelievable, seamless concrete, vast chambers and halls underneath here. And it's just the biggest thing ever, guys. Apparently built by Cain, who was a giant, which I sort of believe. Well, I got to watch our word believe. You've got lie in it. But I think there's a lot of evidence for that in texts. So look at the details of the Phoenicians. Again, the winding grapes, you know. And this is supposed to be Bronze Age humanity when it's a highly sophisticated, the geometrics gone in there. If you was to draw, you know, I've done stonemasonry, right, guys, and I used to have to dress stone. And the first time I seen an image of what I had to do, it was like, I can't fucking do that. It was all mathematics, angles, ratios and shit. I couldn't do it. I was like, you gotta be joking. Can I just hammer away? It's like, no, you gotta do that. It's like, huh? So there's just advanced mathematics going into this one segment alone, guys. It's just the most mind-blowing advanced stuff you can't even imagine. It is. And these great temples of Baalbek, absolutely fantastic. 1842. Fuck a duck. What's this? Well, wherever it is, it's all got black soot in it or mud in there still. Got the fingerprints. That's what it looks like. And we've seen this image of the main hall in Baalbek in, I can't remember if that one's the Temple of Bacchus, I think. The Temple of Bacchus, and it might be the Temple of Jupiter as well there. But yeah, so fantastic to think that they're that old. But I think this one is a mixture. So most of these further on down are of Rome. And I'll show you why I'm posting about Rome. Now, I've posted about lead atlases 1733 many times about Rome. And they're showing images done by Lee van der Haar, the great engraver. Okay, in 1733, the year he died, the genius. And I propose, now there's some photographic process going on here. Rome was at the same stage of mud flood in 1733 as it was at this stage. And then in 1932 or 1934, under the bequest of the great dictator Benito Mussolini, Rome was to be dug out because up until that point, it was all under mud. It was a ruin and nothing, and nobody gave a shit. Isn't that telling you something about the psyop and the push for Rome since this period? The Romans came up the Thames to take over London, only to find it already occupied, guys, by the Phoenicians, who were set up. All of this stuff in Britain was British stuff. And the Romans, they attributed to. It was the original Britain stuff. Get over to Ross's channel, Hidden Histories. He'll show you the evidence. That's the case. So yeah, a column all that deep in the mud, okay? And all of these massive pieces of monument when they're going through with sort of what looks like the waterworks. Why didn't they just leave the original lead plumbum waterworks in? I do not know. And they are excavating in Rome in the 30s this amount of muck, that deep, okay? To expose the wall that high when it's full. Giving you some idea of how much the world had to be dug out of mud flood. And we've posted a good few times about what's going on around the Colosseum. Now, I've been there a couple of times, guys, and around it is all parks and stuff. You don't get to see none of this now. But underneath the road that goes round and everything looks like the tops of what looks like could be streets or catacombs underneath, but the underground of Rome. Okay, and there's the original floor level of a hypercost floor, no doubt. Look at the thickness of their floors, all dug out of the mud in the 1930s. Fantastical to the mind, really is. This building, apparently Roman, yeah, just there all that time, 2,000 years. Underneath it, however, is another load of Rome, all being dug out with trucks, exposing an entire civilization. Okay, there it is. As I said, when I was in Rome, I went in a block of flats, 6-story. They said, people, this is Roman. I was like, what? And I tried to imagine all the babies that had been born in that room and all of the families and all of the things that had happened in that room I was standing in over 2,000 years. I was like, I don't fucking think so. I'm not getting no vibrational quality from what you're telling me, is what I was thinking. Because usually, you know, in these places, like when I grabbed a bit of the Colosseum, it took me all day to find a piece, and a bit literally dropped off it before I left. I thought, oh, thank you. I thought by holding that piece that I could psychically feel what went on in there, like feeding fuck tons of Christians to lions and shit, you know, and all the other weird stuff that went on in there. And I got nothing. I got none of that vibe, and I usually do. And I'm thinking, uh-oh. And then later on with the research and, you know, putting forward that the Colosseum was a water tower, which I think it was. So there it all is, the antique world, statues, plinths, giant arches. Imagine how deep this fucking thing goes. Yeah. All just dug out 1930s. Okay. And catacombs again. And everything underneath. And that's the basically the unemployment agency in Rome these days. And that might not be. And yeah, see these are supposed to be Roman, right, guys? And they look like the ones in Harlem. You know, them ones in Harlem. And Harlem is supposed to be there forever, and all these boroughs in New York and all the cities, really. I think that these are like that age. I really do. As nuts as it sounds, I don't care. I really do think that Harlem is that age. I really do think that these buildings are that age. Check this out. You've seen this before, digging out the forum and all the rest of it, because nobody knew anything about it before. Yeah, come out with a few television series in the 70s and 80s. You know, a Pompeii, a bit of Frankie Howard, push a bit of Roman filmage, yeah, a bit of Richard Burton, a bit of Cleopatra, and like with knights in shining armor and a bit of Roman stuff, push that Roman agenda. Is that really the case? No, no. I'm not seeing Rome here. I'm seeing water theme, and I'm seeing the Phoenicians. I'm seeing nothing of Rome. I know where the fucking Romans anyway. Yeah, they're supposed to be like, you know, the Etruscans first, wasn't they? Romulus and Remus. They leave at the Etruscan Empire, and then they go down to Rome and set up Rome, which is sweet fuck all at a time. So yeah, like they bang on about Rome. So it was like, well, wasn't it the Etruscans then? Really? It's like, no, it's Rome. It's Rome. Rome is everything. So these are really early. These are the ones from, I wrote it down, from 1860s to 1880s Rome. Okay. And again, there is no one at home, it would seem. Mud flooded, ridiculously big statues, obelisk technology. Ugh. And these weird aerials. I don't think they're for flags at all. Well, if they would, it wouldn't matter, because flags can capture electrostatic charge. Dun, 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 dun. Check this out. Water still in action. Now, guess what, right, guys? I always say guess what. You can't guess what, because I haven't said it. But the area I live in Cardiff, was built as a lot of council estates in Great Britain as a garden city. So it was quite beautiful. It had long, broad avenues with long grass verges, and it was really, really nice when I grew up, guys. But I've seen a photograph in the 1920s of my area, and literally the entire area was covered in Victorian, like the bandstand style of Antiquitech water features. It's like, what? So I grew up with piss-smelling bus stops. And they're like, what, 80 years before? I could have just gone up to a beautiful, ornate, ornamental water drinking thing like they got all over Rome. And I got to be honest, the water in Rome tastes stonking, and they got them water things everywhere in Rome. You just do that with your hand, and you get a mouthful of lovely lead water. Yeah. So these 1860s to 80s, and there's not a soul around, not even a duckage in the water. Did they gas them? Did they gas them? Did they poison them? One way of getting rid of a population. See, if all this bullshit has already happened, if I was to add this in a guess, I would just say they've done all the fucking world's water supply. They got all your water. There's nobody hardly outside of the water supply, is there? No. And they actually tell you this in the film Contagion anyway, just saying. So look at this. This looks wholly messed up. I wonder what happened to that. No plaster, nothing on that. It's been like literally blasted off, but you've got that aggregate underneath that's made from it's basically what they call Roman concrete, which is a mixture of volcanic ash and gypsum, etc. And it makes it like solid. You can lay it underwater. It's got a bit of give in it as well, so it's really cool for building with, and it lasts apparently thousands of years. So I've got this picture of this pyramid in Rome, this deep in mud, in a Liedtke. So they've dug that out of mud, and these are tops, plinths of statues that were once there, and they took them all away. You see them in like yards, dozens and dozens of more of classical pieces. So look at this, all worn away. Some sort of guard towery thing. There's another one down there as well. See, I say that, maybe you're not thinking advanced enough. You know, this could have been like Wipeout, like literally whoosh, flying through there like fucking really, really big speed. Yeah, that's what was going on. I see that in my Brian. I can't be here. And I wonder how deep this thing goes, because it's a really sort of short chimney, isn't it? I think that must go a lot deeper, don't you? Or whatever it is, fortification, they'd say. And look at this, it runs off the mountains of 7 hills. I mean, you got a beautiful waterfall captured, 1880s. No population. I haven't seen a bird yet. And I've checked the skies. They're all vanilla. Ooh, look at that lovely fat plane. But in them days, see, they didn't have fisheye lenses. Well, that's the truth. You know, cracks me up. Like I was watching a bullshit ISS thing the other day, or a guy doing a spacewalk came up on my feed, and this like fucking stupid space station is all like curved, the same shape as the made up ball. And it's like, well, they're using a fisheye screen, and that's a screen anyway. It's just a what? You're that fucking stupid. It really does my head in. Check this out on top of that. I reckon maybe the ground came up to here, huh? And that was all below. Wonder what these temple affairs were. I still haven't got it. They're part of the circuit board city for sure. And they look like heat sinks out of a computer because there's loads of, you know, segments, and they look like fasces. If you tap them with a piece of wood or something, they reverberate and resonate, some of these. So here's the Peters, and loads of weird geometry going on with that, and measurements from this point to that point to above this thing is 6 degrees. It's all weird voodoo, because it would be, considering who their boss is. And here's the Vatican. Waterfall still in action, but ain't seeing any like actual population or any life or anything in the sky, full stop. Again, with any of these photographs. Yeah. Why aren't there like, oh, there's a horse and cart. That's my first. There might be a few individuals in there. But still, for a city of what would it be then? In the hundreds of thousands, surely. And look at that up there. That looks really modern, doesn't it? Up there. 10 to 4. 10 to 4, 10 to 4. And that's inside, I'm guessing, Basilica. Oh, it could be the Vatican. No expense spared on that ceiling. Get that technosmia up. Yeah, look at the Cherubinowskis with the Rome, the Pope Pissant or Pius. That was it, one or the other. Doesn't matter. Look at the size of these places. What's the point? And these things. This is in St. Peter's Basilica. Same wobbly columns, and they got one of these weird altars that I think maybe portal technology or maybe something. There they are again. Evil looking Cherubinowskis. What's hiding under that veil? Indeed, indeed. So yeah, we're going to have a little think about the sun and the moon a bit later on. Some of the thoughts Lee had on that fantastic call we had last week with him. Mind-blowing stuff, that is. And thinking about the sun still on our minds, the two suns. But, you know, somebody put forward, I thought it was interesting, that the word sun is a Greek for salt. I thought, oh, well, like a big chunk of Himalayan salt. That's orange like the sun used to be. The size of these marble columns. But I thought that was interesting, that the name was salt. And here's some catacomb there for St. Clement, the father of bullshittery. Oh, look, we got Liberty. God, he's fucking butch, isn't he? Praying over a fish head because they all got bell end hats on because that's what they are basically. And they need all this space to do weird magic in. Come on, guys. Every single Hammer horror has a church in it. Yeah? What's that telling you? Yeah? Where does all the evil shit go down? Huh? Tell me. I know. That's right. So Castle D'Angelo is got in the past in Lied van der Haar Atlas is ginormous aerials 1733 that they've got rid of by this period. But it's a bit of a startful thing going on with D'Angelo, and there's also hidden paths going up to it, as I read about, if that's true, in the Angels and Demons book by Dan Pro. I was sick a little in my mouth. So still no people except for a car, one car in a city of 500,000 people. I don't think we've done too bad. Is that 11? Christos Salvatrio. What's he going to save us from? Could you be more specific? I've been asking for a specific message on this case. So, you know, not getting a clear signal at all about what exactly we're to be saved from. Maybe if we believe in an invisible psychopath, is both capable of terrible evils, like, let me give you an example, sick children. Oh, terrible, or really good stuff. Let me give you an example. That TikTok video I seen the other day when that Asian guy gave that homeless guy a fuck ton of money because he gave him a slice of pasty, or it was a slice of pizza, without giving any thought. And the guy had nothing in the world, guys. And he could see, he looked at him, he knew he wasn't a drug addict, and he gave him a load of money, and fucking moved me greatly. I was like, I like this. I shared it on my Facebook. It's a beautiful fucking video. I'll show it a bit later. So I like stuff like that and the beauty of nature, but outside of that, it's all bullshit and fucking toast, isn't it? A fake reality, meaningless bullshit and drivel. Look at this. It's all covered in muck. Oh yeah, that concrete ceiling's supposed to be 2,000 years old. It's got a bit of graffiti on there. Look. They'll say it's Roman. Oh yes, yes. Now write your name 500 times, or I'll come along and I'll chop your bollocks off. As they would tell you on the life of Brian. Check out the top of that. Yeah. And it's all weird anyway, the Latin language. That's why they don't speak it. It's only them lot that speak it. Why is that? Did everyone speak Latin and now they're all dead? And now these six got to use the language that's left? Because we're all speaking Phoenician, as you do know. I don't know. It's all a strange reality to me. So yeah, and still no souls around though. But check this out though. 1880s. The mud's still in there before it's excavated. Still all these tunnels you can make out. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Still, vanilla skies, not a soul, not a sausage. Oh yeah, we got 2 people sitting there doing sweet fuck all. Should you have a market up or some dogs or some wives and people running around and stuff, like you get in a major city? Maybe. Constantine Arch, no, that's the other arch. There's a little mud there. Thing looks water damaged and a trifle scorched. I'm just looking at these holes, wondering what could have put them in there. Still. And look at this thing. You've got just antiquity just laying all over the place. And look at this inside. I've seen this a dozen times. Picked this apart, haven't we? The procession with the menorah. We thought it was tech. And with these arches as well, we think there could be a number of things. Demagnetizers, some sort of something to do with epidemics. They did have them in the Roman era, apparently. Plagues. Windows are blocked over. So there was offices or rooms in these guys, yeah? Checking in points. Welcome you to the Phoenician Empire, which are doing now, by the way. It's just like airports and stuff, isn't it? So, fantastic pictures. There it is, a close-up. So we got the menorah and that box that often looks like a TV camera thing, which we've proposed. And always with the trumpets and a lot of leaves. It's the Phoenicians. Wow, check that out. Fantastic. And I think that's the Constantine. And we've seen many images of this, like way, 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 way deeper in the mud. I'm guessing some of it would be because it looks disproportionate. It also looks like a horseshoe magnet, and a lot of them do as well. And that could be the case as well. And you always get the one, not always, but a lot of arches, the one main entrance, again, the after triumph and others, and the two side entrances. I think they're significant too. Haven't worked out what, like main entrance in and then two entrances out. It's really something else going on. I haven't worked out. This has bugged me. Now, I proposed the Colosseum. So there's a Constantine arch. You walk down here, and the Colosseum is just over by here. Okay, guys? And, you know, this building here with this giant, massive dome, which got all technasmia lines in it. You know, basically sacred geometry in it. Fantastical. But the rest of it's missing, right? Is this thing here. I see it on stacks of photographs of the Colosseum, and it's just like this pointy thing. But it looks like there's a water pipe coming out of it, or a pipe at some stage. I've always been intrigued. It's not there now, by the way, but it is in later Victorian photographs. This one. So around the Colosseum now is a busy motorway, a few parks, loads of buildings. But 120 years ago, it was all thick with mud. Nothing going on, no roads, no one really went there, look. And this thing here, it was a giant water feature, but I think this is a clue to this actually definitely being, as I proposed and spoke about many times, some sort of giant water tank where they're using magnetic vortex technology. Remember, they literally removed, I think it was a couple of 100 tons of piping or steel bars from the whole circumference of the Colosseum, the Flavian Theatre, which we think they were magnetizing the water. I think all these people had the best water in ancient Rome. Later on, becomes some sort of shrine. We get the Red Indians in the Native American Indians in Wild Bill's American show staying in there. And these look like little mausoleums. But all of this is dug out later on because when I went to see it, there's all catacombs and stuff underneath where apparently all the gladiators was. So this goes like many levels lower. So to me, this is an elevated road and evidence also for mud flood. This plinth was put on years ago. I think it was in the early 1900s as a support. Okay, it looks a lot different today. Actually, it's all weathered and looks old. Okay, let's move on. So look at the dome on this. So this, what I can't get over is the entire classical world's all taken up, you know, I guess at the same time to me, guys. You know, all of them show the same. Troy, Athens, Carthage, Baalbek, and Rome all show the same. Devoid the population and completely wreck cities. Look at this. What kind of zap guns did this? Oh, I get it. Age put holes in them. Oh, no, it was woodpeckers, wasn't it? You see what I mean? Something more going on. Look at this. This is supposed to be Roman, right? So we got a load missing because this is like basically the halfway mark for that pillar. Okay, or even less. So it's all underground. You got that level. It's just a mishmash of a building filled in there. They just brick them up and put people in them. And that's the old Roman world. Wow, fuck me, look at that. Jeez, that is an incredible building. As is that, whatever it is. Still no people living there, though, except that couple of guys earlier, but they could have been working, having a tea break, all we know. And there's a guy staring at the camera, so he's posing for perspective for this temple. And that's another thing we see, guys, you know. We see it in stacks of the American temples as well, like the one in Idaho, which is supposed to be like ancient as well, but they got the same thing. Is they've literally blocked up all of it and just made it a big room. That was not the case originally. So why do they do that? What was going on? Are they hiding something? Like, that's not buried. Like, that's not buried in mud, guys. Come on. That's the most disproportionate building I've ever seen in my life. Look at that. So imagine how deep that goes. Look at it. Everything is up there and nothing is down here. It's all down there. This is just the top of a building, guys. Look at that. Ah, wow. Double dog dang. Funny all. Tiny little dollar. There's a couple of people inside. Why are they all inside? You can't come out. We're taking photographs. And these columns, see these steel things next to the column, there and there. What do you think they're for? To stop you ram raiding or driving your horse and cart into it? I don't think so. These bollards, whatever they're called. Everywhere. And there's another one of those temples, but still, you've got to agree. There's mermaids, Phoenicians. You've got to agree, it's spooky how there's no population and all of this fantastic architecture. Can't really tell the time on a lot of photographs. 11 o'clock in this image. All of them, you know, at different times, according to the shadows. There's nothing in the sky ever. No birds, considering Rome's supposed to be fucked up with millions of murmurating starlings like every single fucking day, and not there now at all. Nature looks like it's coming on, but you know, a piazza that size, you'd expect to see something. All it looks like to me is it's covered in shit. Looks like it's covered in mud to me. Does it look like it's covered in mud? Where's the infrastructure? You know, you've got to imagine it's supposed to be built for a world of horse and cart. Why are the roads so broad? Why are these big piazzas everywhere, surrounded by faceless knight statues and Phoenicians? So Phoenicians, okay, statues, big thing with the statues, isn't there? Well, what we think on Flat Earth British is this. Statue is a metaphor of an all-encompassing realization of all things. A statue is a metaphor of an all-encompassing realization of all things. And there's a tiger, flat cam, not a duck, not a swan, not a fucking rat, nothing. It's just really weird. Beautiful, beautiful development there. For the Phoenician statues, absolutely beautiful, no people. Look at this, look at this. All mud flooded. Covered in that crazy Phoenician stuff. So I don't know many of you seen this week. It was really cool, actually. This guy in London, he climbed up. I got some pictures later. Up on the BBC, front of the BBC HQ in London, which has a statue of Ariel. It's a famous statue, like Phoenician statue. So he goes up on the ladder, and it's really precarious. And he stays up there because they're all too chicken shit to go and get him. He was up there like all night, as far as I could see, and smashing the Phoenician statues with a hammer and destroying them. Right? I was like, uh-oh, is this something to do with us? But he's seen it as, basically a statement of, he'd probably seen it look like Jimmy Savile in his head. But yeah, it's fucking all that, isn't it? Them. Well, that's a beautiful whatever. I don't think I've seen that one before. But we got a couple of people up there, or one, two. Cool. Good to see that they got some population. Now, this is weird. No population again. Massive piazza. Look at this, guys, right? Big column in the middle. Has to be bit of that circuit board city technology. But what about these? Remember I mentioned skeleton crews? Workmen. You know, when you get a workman in the street working on your telephones, you get these tents and they sit inside them. What are these? These are cafes with no people. So where is everybody, pray tell? Did they go on a bank holiday Monday to Rome and everyone's gone? So the giant, basically aqueducts to take all of that fine water from actually the Etruscan Empire out of aquifers using a slight fall, which they would say gravity, all the way to Rome, which is basically Rome is a lot south, so the water is going uphill on, if you would believe, on a bowl, which is completely impossible. Rivers running and declining for water feeding is a 100% globe killer, by the way. Okay, check this out. Wow. See, guys, this is like a really early photo, but you still got the vegetation on top. I can't help thinking, there was volcanic ash, as we know, mud come in and, an apocalyptic scenario, but there must have been enough mud left on top to, get vegetation, because all you see on these images is vegetations on the roof. Fantastic. That would have been a water feature, but I can't even imagine what happened to that there, guys. That's absolutely fucked. So yeah, early Roman. Also these, which I've been thinking about for some years. This is one of my favorite ever. Lead Van der Haar atlases. If you don't know, he's a genius. Okay, engraver from 1733. The year he died, he didn't earn any money off these, but what you get is the most fantastical. This is my favorite one of all. This why? Because it's named 111. And it was the first viral video I ever had when I posted about this, because it shows a mud flood city in Poland, which is second to none, which I will show you in a minute. So yeah, I thought that, you know, using that same technology as like sort of a camera obscura, because what you got in these is a trillion things going on, all individual faces. And in these images, you've got Tartars and Cossacks fighting alongside one another for some sort of common enemy, some entrenchments going on. But you get like, they're so vast, these images, you know, there's like literal Starfort here, giant battles, and you just see people's faces, people like sort of getting killed in the distance and stuff going on, especially in the religious ones. But I just wanted to show you these ones because it's fantastic. And here we have, excuse me, the triumph of Jean III Sablinski, who is a Polish emperor, but a Phoenician. And apparently in 1733, everyone was still like Roman. Okay, apparently. So the Phoenicians doing their procession. And I posted on the series Great Secret Never Told, Eagle's wings open, each corner. So 4 angels, active charge, each corner. This thing on top of the processional altarpiece, or whatever it's called, has to be a technology. 2 Vajra, or 2, excuse me, Flatterday things, all is twisting. Okay, so yeah, he's done his battling, this emperor dude, and you see all the faces separate, conversations going on. We have the Tartars there, you see, and they're alongside the Cossack, and whoever these are, Sabakti hosts. I wonder if that's anything to do with Sabbataya. Constantine, is that like the Roman emperor Constantine? Well, what's he doing in 1733? Isn't he a little bit out of his time frame? And there's Rex, because apparently he's the king, which looks like a Roman, and he has lollies to control. He's in Poland, by the way. And they have to, you know, we got the Phrygian hat here, but look like a demon holding it. It's part of it as well. And they take it up to the power base, which is the Vatican, and some strange creatured people, the elites, the Phoenicians, welcoming him home for all of his battling and getting all of that shit for us, mate. War is excellent for making money. You could just destroy everything and build it the fuck back up again. Double M's. Who's that? The Medicis, 33 as well. Is he a giant? Not so sure. So yeah, we got a Phoenician multi-breasted woman, and she's Liberty. Is she really there in physical form, or is she make-believe? Because in here, she's got like a basket of gold coins, and she's giving them all to the mercenaries, which fought for them. These multi-breasted, we thought, or decoded, we thought that they might be roe. To be more specific, salmon, roe, salmon eggs. Okay, think of the Scottish leaders. You got the 33-degree Masons, the Scottish hub, and their politicians that lead Scotland are called, like in the last 10 years, Nicola Sturgeon, and another one, salmon. Yeah, it's just like, it's just part of their agenda. It's just, it's so transparent to me now. It's hard to believe. So yeah, the triumph of Sablinski, we're going to move on. And as you can see, there's a trillion things going on in there. So I'm thinking it's some sort of early photographic process. So Lubin, it's this massive star photo. I'll just show you this. I want to move on to the mud flooder, which is mind-blowing to say the least. And please share this out, guys, if you are in chat and actually don't know what's going on. Wow, look at this one. And this is how we first discovered Antiquitech. We were going through these maybe 5 years ago. I'm wondering why all of these crosses and all this stuff was up in the air. And why was there so many of it? And then got to think about, you know, electrostatic charge and potential, electrostatic potential high up. And eventually the penny dropped. The penny dropped. We're like, fuck me. They were generating fucking charge. It's like, no shit, Sherlock. Okay, let me just show you. Look at this for a star thought. So not much in the way of residents going on, but what kind of church has a giant crown that looks like that? Have you ever seen one like that in your life? Because it's not a church. There's no graves in it. Another one that looks like a helter-skelter or a lighthouse. You ever seen one like that before? No, me neither. And this strange enclosure here with these. What are these? So it's in a fantastic star thought, though. So yeah, I was grateful this year. I've got to go to my first star thought, the sconce, up near Newark in England land. And there is a sort of buzz on them. There's something, you know, underneath them. I think there's a lot more. You get a definite energy. I felt definitely something walking on that star thought that I was on. And, you know, vibrationally, I felt something, you know. So this was it. I'll just show you this image, and I'll link this up after the show. We have 981 of you watching on Martin Liedtke channel. I'm also on the Flat Earth British channel, think tank channel for today. And I'm also on Facebook. So thank you very much. And whoever just give me that super that says a B, thank you so much for that. So yeah, the city's still there very much. Okay, Kamenik. I guess I'm saying that totally wrong, but check this out, guys. Okay, so you get these crazy futuristic star thoughts, yeah. And then this is the mind blow, right? So you imagine, right? Mud floods happened, okay, and here's all the mud flood, and then they come along with a load of shovels and diggers, and they dig an entire city out of the mud, which is what you see here. And it's happened to all of them. In this case, it didn't have foothills and all of that to sort of disguise it, just a giant cliff escarpments where they dug it all away, guys. There's little houses all around the side, a river running right the way around, and a heart-shaped, I guess, or kidney bean-shaped city, all below ground level, guys. All of it. Yeah, the mud is still in there in a lot of cases. Look, yeah, up the wall there. Yeah, just scrape back away from the door, but it's still up this high on this tower. Yeah. So it must have been a big dig out job. I guess it must have used machinery. And then the fortresses. And look at that thing. Advanced weaponry. Forget all that fucking bullshit, cannonballs and spears and all of that. Think more in the line of Flash Gordon, guys, and you'd be getting along the right lines. Yeah? Definitely Emperor Zogit. Fuck it. So yeah, and like I said, you have this much detail in an engraving for 7033. It's a bit too much for my Brian. I think there's some. So I think he's like literally seeing this when it's happening and catching images to be able to do this giant battle. Otherwise, the guy, he's done too much work for his time, a bit like the Beatles, and it's taken like all this time to do all this imagery. It's just beyond me, guys. Okay. He's basically, if you've seen his volume of Gallica Atlases of what he's done in his lifetime, it's just impossible. It's just like Bernini or the Beatles. Like I said, impossible volumes of work for the time that they were actually active. You get me? So I'm going to come back for a minute because we're going to have Super Flatterday Funnies in a minute. I need to prepare myself and welcome you all kindly to Flat Earth British. There you are. So the real age of photography, I definitely think is a con. Okay, because all history is a lie. I think maybe looking further back in time. Okay, or they've just put all of this into the narrative in recent times, and all of the past is fucking bullshit and not even there. And there's only ever the now in the simulation. No. So we have 1,100 of you watching at this moment in time on Flat Earth British. Ka-ching. Right, we got funny time to come. We got stacks more to come. Make sure to share this out. Make sure to like this video if you do. I'm going to give a few of you shouts for 10. Okay, we got beautiful Karen Dirt. Hope your drive went well. Hope you and Rob are really well. Much love to you too. Lovely, lovely people from the Ozarks. I heard about Ozarks. Like, apparently you all hang around the lake and have lovely times, hoogle, and smoke. Shit. Apparently there's a program called Ozarks, which is what that scene is. That sounds fantastic. Can we come and live with you, Karen? Not really. I know you said we could anyway, but I think international travel's out of until like all of this fucks off. But I think the penny's definitely dropped by now with them, don't you guys? They just gone through 3 vaxes and they're still unvaccinated. Louis Narmron, good to see you. Kaha, hiya, good to see you. Thanks for bringing your energy and vibration to Flat Earth British Chattage. Seeking Starwater, good to see you. And Liddy and Galactic Gypsy. Well, I think you want to use that galactic term in very loose sense, actually. As in, there's not one. See. Oh, Connie Lingus. I haven't seen you for ages, Connie. Are you lovely? And Solid Rock, Quebec Stone Cold. And Twillage is in the outside Twillage. And I have Fairies and Mitts. I am in Mitts Jenkins. I got a picture she shared of Jim Morrison. A bit later. Phrased eyebrow, good to see you. Zal Moxage is in the house. Donald, good to see you. And that word, which I would not be able to say in a million years, but good to see you. Okay, can you use a name? The Truth, good to see you. Dick, hiya. Cover Zero, good to see you. Steve Dickinson, hiya. And Campbell, who is Autodidactic 2 channel. Oi, oi, Campbell. So, yeah, I got Quantum JC. We made friends. She's my mate now. Coming over on my channel. Me friends. She knows about all this stuff. Alpha Billy. Just me, Tracy. Yip, me. That's good, that is. Trace. I like that name. Dragon Sage. It's just me, Tracy. It's like a statement, isn't it? Benny Riley. Good to see you. You sound fun. Galactic Gypsy. That just blew my mind. What did you say, Galactic Gypsy? I want my mind blown. Okay. Flat Earth British, innit? Do you know what? That's actually my name as well. My son said that. It's like the boys that round here, all of the homies, and they don't call me Martin. He says, "Oi, Flat Earth British. It's a globe," usually to me. But they don't call me Martin. And my son even says, like, your name is actually Flat Earth British, isn't it? And I'm like, well, yeah, you could actually call me Flat Earth British, and that's my name. So you can regard me as Flat Earth British because that's my name. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Holistic Media, who is my lovely friend India, who's going to be helping me organize all of this glorious stuff that's going to be happening. Thank you so much for all your work this week, India. You're much better on the phone than me. I only got to open my mouth and they're like, I can feel their eyes rolling on the other side of the phone. They're like, I know Welsh. Okay, that doesn't translate good in phone calls. Usually puts people off. Okay, it's like when I ring like, call centers. Yeah, if I get like, hello, I get like, I don't think I'll bother. If I get a nice Scottish person, it's like, oh, I think I'll stay. Oh, I get a nice Scottish buzz going on now. Jared, call centers. I hate calling fucking call centers. Lee, Fiona, Mighty Atom. My shit don't work. Hang on, we'll go through an infinite process of bullshittery now just to fuck your head up for an hour. It's going to cost you about 20 quid in a phone call as well. I'm going to have a great time doing it to you. Gaslighting your fucking ass. This is what goes on in call centers. Am I wrong? No, I know. Alan, good to see you. Dick. Jemmykins. Hiya. Brian Burrodar-Bachin. And Murphy. And the mutant, my blood is the cure. Is it? Well, don't tell everyone. We'll come and get you. Yeah, the cure. Go and get him. Go and get him. J-Habs. It's him. It's him. He's okay. He's going to save you all. Go and get him. See what I mean? You sorry, you got that name in you. It's like, man, shut the fuck up. It's not my fault. Romany Bear, good to see you again, my bruvski. JT. So I bet you're wondering whether Martin's going to have a little phone in. I've been thinking about it. Brian's been a bit weird, but I may do. See what happens. Okay, see what Martin feels after his next bit. Okay. Martin's been making memes. I'm really proud of myself as well. Rosemary Morley, good to see you, my friendage. And I've said that. Okay, guys. buckle in. We're going to go. Ooh, there's Alex, Pushkin Castle, Plain Indigenous Truth, Tom Vardra, Avida, Gemma, Rizzy, Corey Smith, Higher, and Dragon Sage is in the house. Lovely Anne is in the house. Hiya, love from Imo and me from Deutschland, from Holland, or Dordrecht. I've been to Dordrecht. Wicked weed in Dordrecht. Cheech, good to see you, Caffrey. Seeking Star, my potato munchkin. What it was. Oh, somebody linked up my son, who is Hippie Shake there. And she linked up my son, who's Lance Liedtke, Welsh Dragon Metals on YouTube. And he does all sorts of stuff. If you're into like, you know, surviving Armageddon stuff, he's your man. Like apocalyptic currencies, bottle caps. They're brilliant. Yeah. Bottle cap currency. I'll have that melon off you for 4 bottle caps. What are they? Yeah. Are they Budweiser? I don't say Budweiser, mate. Oh, man, a Carlsberg. Oh, fuck yeah. Probably the best bottle caps on earth. Dabbing, good to see you. Sketch. Dick Richards. Steve, right. Okay, let's get stuck into modules. Make sure to share this out because 100 of you just fucked off because I come back. I know it's my screen. Let me just change my screen. Excuse me. So yeah, do share this out. Okay, do all of those cool YouTube things and support me, Patreon me as well if you can. $2, $1, $5, anything will help. Right, let's have a beautiful. I'm gone. Where did I go? I'm gone. Come back, Martin. Come back. Oh no. Where have I gone? Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Oh, there I am. Anyway, let's get into some funny stuff. If you are young, okay, don't watch this. Okay. So you can all see me all right? Okay, it's a red dragon. It's a Welsh flag. That's right. Okay, you can see me. I can't see me. Don't worry. I have faith that I'm here. Yes, I'm here. Okay. What, you can see me? I thought I was invisible. So here we are. Flatterday Funnyasfuckness. Okay, let's get into it. We got more later on. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Oh, I've got side picture. Okay, I get it. Let me just get rid of that because I'm not into side picture fucking stuff. It's not my thing, you know. Yeah, I went to shit then. I don't even know what happened. Very much excuse me. And I got a chance to take the picture off and stop ruining the imagery. Right then, share screen. Make sure to share this out. Okay, do not go away. And get tissues, okay, for the tears that you may be shedding in a minute. Not through sadness. Later on, we're going to have a cute session. Okay, so we're going to look at cute critters and love. Do you want to see that? Tough shit. It's my channel. I want to look at cute animals, okay? I'm fat of British. I'm not stuff like that. Look at this. Lost wormhole. Do not attempt to catch her because totally screw with the space-time continuum, bro. So check that out, guys. I'd love to see that. I literally want to find a portal. I think I know where their one is. I think it's down by Thompson's Park in Cardiff. There's a wall that's been bricked up for years. And when I was about 10 years old, I thought I could walk through that fucking thing and come out the other side in like 1900. I still think it now. I don't even know why I think that. I even thought it when I was little. Look at this. Yeah. Fat fuck noodle bar. Noodles are fucking lethal. Get off the noodles. Are you on noodles? Do you know what they do to your insides? Apart from the fact that they give you bum squeaks, okay, violent bum squeaks, they make you fat as fuck. Yeah, fat fuck. You want noodles? No, they make you fat as fuck. Okay, and with Coca-Cola, there's not one of them I would never touch unless it's got like a Kraken mixed with it, a fucking a drink of soft drink because they've got aspartame in them. Yeah, and I'm not really big on like citric acid at the moment because that's another sort of inhibitor, but a definitely inhibitor to my brain. I don't want to do that. So let's have a look at some sexy album covers. This guy's got a thing for Phoenicians. He hangs around in public parks, touching statues in an inappropriate nature. He seems to be getting off on that a little bit too much for my liking. I bet this is what Tony Blair does as well. When he's not hanging around men's toilets, cottaging, I reckon he's touching up statues in parks. Yeah? Do you reckon that's true, guys? Fucking know it. Oh, have you ever heard of the band Pooh? Guess what? They're Pooh. I know. Did you buy this album? Yeah, no, not me. Love the 60s clothes. My mother used to dress me up like that. I've got photographs of me. Not like I'm a fucking teapot short and stout. Yeah, but see this shirt on? And shirts like this and shit. My mother was like, you know, hippie, and she had me on all of these fucking beatnik clothes I thought were vile. I look back now at my photographs of me in the 70s, and I'm like, I hope no one ever sees these. If I'm ever on This Is Your Life, they better not show him. Fuck off, Eamon Andrew. Oh, he's dead, thank fuck. Check this. You know what they do to guys like us in prison, recorded by flaming drug lords. Yeah. When punkers were punk and parents were scared. Now, yeah, I think they fucking nailed it. That would definitely happen to you in prison. You would be on spice, and you would be everybody's favorite little girlfriend on the wing, because that's what goes on. Check this out. Did you know Big Bird had a bird? Yeah, Dance Little Bird by Frankie Yonovich. Yeah, check this out, guys. Do you like Big Bird? Yeah, I mean, it's like Sesame Street. Fuck yeah, they gives away loads of flat Earth clues on Sesame Street, you know, guys. Yeah, man. Flat Earth shit up with everything. Good old days, Sesame Street, anyway. So, have you seen this? The Rocky Wong and the Dick Day group. There's nothing wrong with the Dick Day group, guys. Two Wongs don't make a white. Yeah, walking on sunshine, or in their case, walking on sunshine, or I remember you, or Rosemary, or Chain My Heart. Do you reckon they got like a contract out on me by now? I don't even care. Good. Hurry up already. Lord, let us walk by faith. Trio by Tyo Trailer. Now, this is some shit here, guys. Yeah. This guy here, unless it's an absolute miracle, is not going to walk by faith. Do you think that's the case? I touched him on his Brian, and the tetraplegic got out of the chair and fucking walked, says the power of psychopathic cottage. I was in a wheelchair for a year. Yeah, I did a fuck ton of praying. That summer, I was watching all my friends playing football out the street, and I was crying in the window, couldn't go out. And do you know what happened? Fuck all. Decided to torture me, like, for the next, how old am I? I don't know, 40 odd years. See this? Now, I want to just say something, you know, a statement here. Ken Dodd is not fucking Welsh, okay? He's from Scouse land, yeah? To be more precise, he's from fucking strange fruit land. Okay, look at his eyes. Yeah, see Ken Dodd, yeah? You'll tickle your fanny with a feather. What did he say? I said, isn't it nice weather? You've got to sort your ears out. He is from Knotty Ash in Liverpool. Okay, he goes around with a feather duster, tickling people in inappropriate places, usually on top of the plops with his best mate, Kid Jensen. There's a funny name for a DJ. Kid Jensen and his cohort, Jimmy Savile. I Found Jesus at Walmart by Eddie Brumley. Did you? Are you Chinese as well? I didn't think they was into all of that. So there's all bunkers into there, guys. When the world all ends, yeah, run to Walmart. Or just fuck the wall bit, run to Matt. We'll all have a party, end of the world party. It'd be the best fucking vlog you've ever had in your life. Come, Bertie. Yeah, what is this? This is a bong. Let's have a Betsy and Joe. She's smiling. It's cucumber, isn't it? Having a feel of a cucumber on a record cover. I don't know. I think that's really inappropriate. But no offense to Germans, like, but they are into like sort of stuff. I was going to say poop, but I can't say that. The Pilgrim Jubilees. Okay, Jesus got me off. Is that the case? Is that the case, guys? It was really Jesus that got you off, so you could go out and shift a few more ton of methamphetamine. Keep all of them drug things going on. Not one of you. Oh, he's 6 foot. He's boss. He's 6 foot. Yeah. Short ass fucking crew, aren't they? Yeah. Fuck me, what happened? But yeah, Jesus never got you fucking off at all. Ooh, Tony Bell. No, I like Tony Bell. They does lovely Mr. Softy ice cream. Do you get Tony Bell in America? Do you get ice cream vans in America? Yes, you do. I've seen Pennywise. He drives them, doesn't he? Tony Bell, okay, is an ice cream in Britain. It's light and it's fluffy. If you come to Britain and you go into a tea house, yeah, you get a woman that looks exactly like this coming over and serving for you, especially in Wales. Do you believe me? No, I know I made it all up. No, I know. Because they're all fat, stupid, and masked. I know. Easy Riders. How times have changed. Look at this. This was the magazines they had when I was a boy. That actually, they never. They were more Swedish. Cover girls like Harleys. Twatburger Talks. Oh, Twatburger Talks. Phil, your rubbers. Heavy joint visit. Boss Blackhead. I don't think that's. Can't go closer, can we? Oh, that is closer. Anyway, these are the things we had in 1985. No, I was a bit grown up by then. Seen this? Elixir Topskin. Living with lesbians, featuring the lesbian power community. I think I'm going to move to a lesbian power community. It'd be fucking epic. No, not you. Let's concentrate on the lesbian power. Actually, it would be like working with a load of blokes all day. I don't think I'd like that. They're not really feminine ones, are they? This place is weird and disappointing. Anyway, I'm underwhelmed by the whole experience right now. We are being invaded by demons. Yeah, you fucking are. 100% are. Check out me. What's her name? Fucking hell. Pasta. Why are pastas called pasta? Yeah, the pastas make pasta. Is that what it's all about? I think it is, isn't it? Make pizza. The sounds of his coming. Look at his face. Did you do something wrong? I think you might have. Yeah, you're looking a bit weird. You look like something's wrong. Jesus made me do it. Cripple's Reward, Buddy Robson. Now, don't laugh, okay? He's probably really lovely. Yeah, and I don't think it is his real face. In fact, he looks like the mask. Talking about Roger Ramjet chin. He could open a tin of baked beans for that tin. Couldn't he? Yeah. No, don't take the piss and laugh at people. That's sick. That's wrong. It's all right. He's an avatar. He's probably soulless and not real anyway. Don't worry about it. Okay, we move on. Ooh, the New Society Band. I bought this album. Shove it in your ear. It is another term for a head fuck. I don't think that's very clever. You could have children. Don't do this at home. Okay, just making sure you don't try and put a fluke through your ear. How to teach children the wonder of sex. So here we are. See, I had actually, my father was like basically an Estonian sea captain. So like by the age of 6, he chucked me a Swedish erotica and he said, you are man, learn about sex. It's like, I think my mother actually told you to tell me about the birds and the bees. I was traumatized to say the least. It's like, okay, I'm going to run away from reality. Look at this, guys. This is fucking weird and freaky. Look at them all smiling. What's he exactly telling them about sex? Yeah? Yeah, I mean, word for word. How's he explaining it all? To his daughter's mind. Yeah. See, I'm sorry, but in my realm, that's just fucking just nuts and weird. Yeah. If I had a daughter, which I haven't, I think I'd have to wait till she was about 30 before I even bring up the subject. It's like, I know. There's people everywhere. Somebody's been fucking. I know. But that's just wrong. I remember sex education class when I was in school and high school. I went to one of them. They kicked me fucking out again. They asked people to ask questions. I asked a question. I can't repeat that question. Bruce, baby man. Oh, what's the other word? Anyway, born to be raised. Okay, and this is actually Boris Johnson's brother. Boris Johnson looks exactly. He doesn't look like that underneath. Yeah. Sorry, I was just sick. What's my stomach? Has he got all gashes on it? He's like a fucking mutant, that fucker, isn't he? Actually, I know what that is. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, isn't it? Yeah. by the time we got to Woodstock. Wow. And God gave me a fix, it says in John Cook's story. He, from junk to Jesus. Now, yeah, religion can cure you from drug addiction, but drugs are good. No, they're good. Just don't run out. And you're guaranteed a hideously painful death at the end. Okay. So in that regard, drugs are good. Okay. And don't put a needle near you anyway. Okay. And I don't think it was Jesus that helped you. Okay. Because all is mind in this place. Okay. And it's you. You do it by the power of knownness. It's not willpower, it's won't power. I won't take drugs. It's quite simple. Okay. Don't hit up at Jesus. Man, I imagine that'd be horrible. Oh, dick and lollipop. I can't speak that language. Ik heb lollipop. Okay, dolly dolly. I'm guessing this is an Eastern European country. No offense to them, but they tend to have little taste in music. Charles Bronson. I know somebody thinks Charles Bronson's Dan. We need to reevaluate this. Although he is a Tatarian. Okay. It says that on his Wikipedia. Basically, she just ate the last acid he had. And he's like, I wanted that for the weekend, bitch. But she loves him anyway. I know some relationships based on trauma, something to do with abusive backgrounds and stuff, and people don't want to step out of that loop of abuse, so they find themselves like subconsciously tied into a loop of abuse for some reason. And narcissistic people, the world seems to be like that. Sick, isn't it? I know, it's fucked up. Charlie Bronson. He found Son and the canopy's rather rich, and I whispered into his ear, I have to leave the party. I've pooped my pants, and it's very runny. My noddy tails. Yeah, I can say that has never happened to me. I've never soiled myself, so I've never shit my pants. I've had a bum squeak, but I've never shit myself, and I've never peed myself either. Okay, you've peed yourself, haven't you? But I've never have. Same. I don't pee. He was hopeful till she finished writing Cocker Spaniels. Ivor Springer. He's like, I can't wait to meet her next time. The train pulled away before he'd seen the cocker. What? Oh, don't worry. What's up, your asshole? Tell you what is a load of shit. The hippie gardener. Let's think about the hippie gardener. Oh, I'd love a gardener, hippie gardener. Just like that. She was useless. Okay. Nothing but weed everywhere. That's not fucking useless, Jack Stoner. Okay. That is fantastic. Yeah, we can eat weed too. And you can make hempcrete and cloves. No, don't bother with them. Just hemp stuff. Oh, Martin's lovely little fancies. They run wild, don't they? Anyway. No, this is true. Okay, this is from the Scarfolk Water Board of Education. Your kids need a place where they can think, contemplate, ruminate, and concentrate. Guess where? A concentration camp. Yes, for children and other minorities. And this place is available to September 1977 at your local school, coven, or library or prison. So if your kid wants to get away from it all, can't think in the COVIDian world, yeah, send them to a concentration camp. It's all right. It's no different to the outside. This is weird. Yeah. You know, you get like men like marrying women and they have their wedding photograph and it's like a shotgun wedding and the man's 4 months gone. Can somebody please in chat explain to me how the fuck that is happening? No, please. Is it artificial insemination? Is he going to have a poo baby? How does it fucking work? Yeah. No, that got to go. All of that reality. Something really needs to happen drastically. Okay. That's weird. Wurzel Gummidge can change his head. If you could take off a part of you, which part would you take off and change? Your head? Your hair? Boobs? Do you remember? Ain't they all dead already? Fucking old people. Yeah. Expiration date. Fuck yeah. Yeah. See that woman there? She had a mask on, her days would be numbered. She reminds me of my mother. My mother had one of them. It gave everyone a dog's life. She hit everyone with it. Everyone on the bus as well. All old people over the age of 75 will soon enter the public domain and lose their automatic right to be allowed indoors. This means that anyone can sell, rent, or dispose of them as they see fit. may also process them without planning permission from your local council and veterinary surgeon, 45-year-olds in Scotland and Wales, because we're not popular being killed. That's in 1972. Our times change, isn't it? Yeah? God, I don't know. There got to be a couple of them left. They are dying in droves, so. Grannies and football players fucking dropping like J-habbers. Don't struggle. Death. Keep babies out of Britain. Yeah? Killer babies. Now, they're smuggling them in all the time in wicker baskets. They're saying they're going on a picnic. Really? They're bringing in demon babies. Nay, Cheddar from the near continent. We need to be on our guard here, guys. Okay, this is Invasion of the Body Snatchers. As you know, it's a zombie Armageddon. We need to watch. Yeah, you don't want one of them little fuckers biting you on the ankle with rabies, for example, if it was real. Okay, just saying. Take no notice of anything I just said. Good insomnia, science fiction. Wake up and smell the coffin by Edgar Allan Poe. I read that. Isn't it funny how coughing is like, I got a cough, I'm going to coughing. Similar, isn't it? Cough in. And Finn is Finnish. You cough, Finn. Oh yeah, cough, had a cough, ended up Finn. Cough and ended up finished. Fuckers. Generals gathered in their masses, just like, little war piglet, who's a big Aussie fan. Piglet loves Black Sabbath. And that's a cracking tune and actually kills it for. Watch the video, okay? And you'll see that is brilliant reset video. Yeah. Satan's doing like a number on all of us. Oh, this happened to me when I was at sea. No, never. Keep it coming, Bentley. It's bloody freezing in here by Rich Bastard. But it did happen when I had a steel bath as a kid. Remember, they used to fill it up with kettles of boiling hot water. I had 3rd-degree burns, but no one really cared. Doesn't matter. Anyway, just a kid. Scorches. He's going to do a lot of kettles, but Bentley's a good British butler. And they will die doing their job. Oh, and good Lord, may Dick rise up tonight by Fanny Hopeful. I don't think so. Somehow Fanny Hopeful. Oh, nice underarms, by the way. Cherubiniski underarms with fiery bits. Nice. No, I don't think even one of those tablets for altitude sickness, what they called Viagra, they're shit. Don't take Viagra, your head will pop off. Basically, yeah, your knob will fly off with little wings on it. I'm not going to read that out. Okay, this is my first effort at a homemade meme. I have to come up with Brian. I don't think I'm well. I don't know. Vagina tandoori. Would you eat in a vagina tandoori? Fuck yeah. Do you think it'd be hot? Or more like a korma? I'm not going to go on this road of naughtiness. Anyway, anus burgers. Did you know that? Well, I knew burgers and sausages were made out of eyeballs and assholes, but in this case, yeah, it's not an Angus burger. It's an anus burger. Guess what it's made out of? Cow's bums. $2.99 for cow's bums. Would you eat it? No, you wouldn't, would you? What are you going to? Don't buy a burger. Don't eat a burger. Skegness is fucking shit. Now, I've now been to Skegness on this meme to check it out for myself. Okay, this was in Viz. This is, I think this is Fat Slags, one of the Fat Slags, who went to Skegness. Okay. Skegness is very, very poor. If you live in Skegness, I do apologize for you. You need to sort that fucking car park out and that giant fucking freezing queue is what you need to do. Okay? And maybe sort of space the prostitutes out a bit so people don't notice. That would be handy. Okay? And the drug addicts. Yeah? All of it. Could you get rid of it all? I made a lot of that up, but it was piss poor. Dirty Dick's Crab House, right? And there's people still going in there. So I can't take a fucking warning. You know, people really are stupid sometimes, aren't they? I wouldn't go in there. I'm not that stupid. Okay. I know I'm the type of person that dives in head first. It's like the big sign that says, do not dive. And I'm like, yeah. It says, don't dive. Dive in. Yeah. But I'm not even stupid enough to go into Dirty Dick's Crab House. Don't go. I learned early on when I was a young man in the Merchant Navy, don't go in anywhere with neon lights. You'll end up with no money. And guess what? It's bang on. This is a sea slug or a sea cucumber or a sea knob. I don't even know. Would you read Greek? I'll tell you there. Ladies, you got to stop that. Yeah. Stop thinking about knobs all the time. Wet, fat, hot sauce. Like I said, bum squeaks. Yeah. XX hot. So basically, Bay Cities, it's not bad price. $5, is it, for fucking sauce? But they give you a wet fat. Okay, if you've got enemies, wet fat them, guys. Right, grab me now. So you get cock 500ml, and you get cock 0. Oh, that's a little bit dearer. Cock light. Oh, that's $3. Sprite. $2.50 for a fucking Sprite. Oh, it's a bottle. Oh, I didn't see the bottle. 100 plus asset. I don't know what that is. £2.70. But yeah. So I don't know what they're selling. Cool piss, peach flavor. Yeah, you can buy this. I don't know what country, probably China. You can buy cool piss, peach flavor cool piss. Yeah, Dave. There's a lot of people out there who just love to get their hands on this piss. Can we talk about Charlie's Angels for a bit? No, can we? Okay, we'll have a little vote. Who's your favorite? She looks fucked. Yeah, Smith. What's her name? Smith. Please write it in chat. She looks fucked. Looks like she's walked into the ironing board. And you know her? She was my second favorite after Fire Foresight Majors, who fucking, was so hot she needed a $6 million man, with a bionic, you know what? Yeah. People say she's a fella, and looking at it now, looking at them all actually now. Oh dear. I'm not so fucking sure anymore. Anyway, like on they replaced one of them, didn't they? I think they replaced her, didn't they? Yeah, they did it on Cagney and Lacey as well. They replaced the blonde one with Loretta Swift, which was a good move actually, because I liked Loretta Swift, and it spunked up Cagney and Lacey no end, which was, it was shit when it got to the end. You seemed like Lacey with a fucking boring fat husband all the time moaning, and I lost all interest. Although I did love Cagney and Lacey. Right, at the squeak of the wheels was the chilling music of Death Tricycle by Russell Rhodes. So when you're walking down the road, and you hear eep, 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 eep behind you, that's death, that is. Death on a tricycle. Be careful, you were warned. You heard you're on Flat Earth British. Okay. Now, more antiquity. Somebody, right, sent me these and said, well, go on, yeah, Matt. I'm from Australia land, he said. And he said, I'm not so sure about this building. I think it might be like actually built. I was like, oh, well, they all got built at fucking some stage, or they got manifested. Something's definitely going on. Sydney University, 1881. So I took a look at them, because this is in contention. Some of these buildings are here, some of these buildings are not. And I got the same buzz again. I'm like, I said the same thing back as what I say to all of them. I said, well, it's not actually really being built, is it? It's like there, isn't it? And they're like, doing like the roof and stuff, aren't they? It's like, well, yeah, he's like, they're sort of that, aren't they? And that's what you find. So it's in the university, 1888. They're doing a bit of Phoenician overlay. They've cleaned it up somewhat, but you get this. It's like, okay, they're building it. Super fantastic. Well, they're building it with rustic brick. That looks weathered brick to me. All the lime's already started to run. How long's that fucking been there? That takes a while for the lime to run. Anybody in the building trade? Well, no, this is a fact. The outer structure looks old, and it looks like it's already there. It looks to me like they're popping a roof on it all, because the stuff is already there. Now, with mud flood, okay, some of them may have been built in the 20th century, surely, 1990s, later. But what we're finding is every time somebody sends me these, it's always like they're there already, aren't they? It's like, it's there. It's not the foundation's up, it's the fucking thing is there. So this is, a new build. Okay. Well, it's looking like ancient church age. Cool. They look really fucking grumpy, don't they? And a bit suspicious as well for this Sydney thing. Again, so they got a shitload of stone, and the building is not really from the foundations again, is it? From the footings. Can we catch it like on a mid-scaffold, and they're building and bricking? Because every single photograph, the superstructure of the building is intact, and they're only putting a building on. See this up here? The knobbly bit? That looks weathered. on the apex of this side here. I'd say that was an older building and it's just been renovated, is what I would suggest. Again, the building already being there doesn't suggest that it's automatically been built, because there's a thing called renovation. You've heard of this, yes? Yes, good, good, good. There they are, with the Phoenician gargoyles and overlays like they did on cathedrals and churches to ward off evil. Right. Well, why would you need that in a educational premises and not a church? Yeah. I know. Stupid, isn't it? Again, the fucking things there. Knocking up statues, overlay, a Phoenicia, all the way all over it. So, open for question. I think it's the same old story. The thing's there already. There's nothing to suggest that came from the footings up, because there's no evidence of it. 1880s, Sydney University, high strangeness. Looks like a setup photograph as well. Okay, let's move on. Now, Lee, Flat Earth British, proposed this last week on his great phone call. Okay, Yin Yang Earth. What he suggested was moonlight, moon shadow, leaping and bounding on a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow, as Cat Stevens likes to tell us in his depressing ass song. Lee suggested, is it the case that, like the yin yang will show us, that the moonlight actually makes darkness, the darkness, and the yin yang is actually showing us this, as you will see. I think that is surely the case. That is interesting, and that is a mind blow. And yes, I think that is definitely nailed. So, cute cuddly animal time. You cannot say that you do not want to see cute cuddly animals, guys. Yeah, there's like loads of you watching. I know. I don't know what it is, and I don't even give a fuck. Okay, but look at those eyes. Yeah, he's saying, "Pick me up and hug me," is what he's saying. I don't know what it is. It might be a raccoon, something like that. I don't know. I don't care. It's lush. I love it. I can't imagine anyone actually hurting one of these. This is a seal cub. And they got these big doughy eyes, and they're lush. They're not really. They'll rip your hand off if you get near to them. And he's singing in the morning, this little blue tit, and he's making little rings of choo-choo train of steam. He sounded lovely. We like you. I like tits. Like birds, I mean. That's not helping. Wagtail tits and blue tits. Shut up, man. Okay. And they've all lined up nicely on the back of this tortoise's shell. He's taken them over yonder to the other side of the garden for a walk. But it's nice how they all line up uniformically, unless they've been placed that way. But symbiosis. Thanks, ma'am. You get a lot of thanks, ma'am. This, she's like, guys, in reality, you must know there is nothing more dangerous than a mother, or a pregnant woman, or a mother with young. Yeah, she'll fucking kill you as soon as you look at you. And it's the same with animals as well. Yeah, it's like, get the fuck away, or I'm gonna rip your face off. Proper order too. Yeah, don't go near them bear cubs. And she's a lady. She's definitely a lady. She's a lady. She's a lady. I love elephants. They're amazing. Wish they all walked around Britain. They got jugs I didn't know. Look at this. She flies like a bird, but she's a bat in the sky. Look how trippy that is. Looks like an old man. Old man with hippie hair. And he's got his little kid holding on underneath. Yeah. That's where they got the idea for Neo and Trinity is from bats. Plagiarise everything. So bears, is there anything more cute than a bear? Is there anything more cute than a baby bear? I know they get big, but you can wrestle these, and they're all tame if you don't like, if you feed them and, they don't go hungry, you're fine. And they're pure intelligent. They've got big brains, haven't they? But look at a teddy bear. Imagine having that running around the house. Would that not be trippy and wicked? I know. Horses, they really are loving, isn't they? Horses will give you a lovely proper coach. This little horse is saying, I love you, mother. And she's like getting all teary. She's like, oh, it's lovely sometimes being a parent. Sort of buzz going on. Like this. He's like, look how cutchy that is, for fuck's sake. Oh, I got the best, cutchiest mother in the world, this bear's thinking. Oh, that feels lush. Oh, that's nice. Take me around. Look. Bears, man. They're where it's at. I know they're violent, they rip your face off, but they look really loving to their own, and they are lovely mammals, and they're good looking. Swans, they can be a bit, feisty, but look, swan chicks, he hides them under his wings, or her, and she protects them. Squishy-faced dogs. Look at this squishy-faced dog. Look at this other squishy-faced dog. I don't need a name. They're called squishy-faced dogs. Where's their eyes? How do they see? Ah, what are they? Don't know what they are. They're lush, though. I would like a squishy-faced dog. And bears. Oh, fucking hell. They're lovely, aren't they? Oh, look at him giving the luts. He's all gone ticklish. Oh, that feels nice. Oh. Oh, look at the bears. Come on, we're going for a walk. We're done the shop. Oh, can I come? Oh, yeah, bears are lush. And hippopotamuses, even a baby hippopotamus underwater is giving his mother a kiss there. Oh, thanks, it's lovely in you. They're loving too. Rip your face off, though. Cows, yeah, like I said about anus burgers. Look at them cutting. And they're always doing that. They do it if they do it to you. If you was to play a Tibetan swinging bowl, like it's going round on Facebook and stuff, you get a proper cut off a cow. I used to lay down in the fields when I was younger, right, and pretend to be dead, and all the cows used to come around me and lick you, and they got really rough, sort of like sandpapery tongues. And you used to sit up, then you'll run off. Gorillas. It's like, you're lovely, aren't you? It's like, oh, little defenseless baby. Give it a kiss. Lovely. Camels, who thought they were loving? Of course, they are. All mammals are loving. And who's saying animals haven't got souls? How are they so loving if they haven't got souls? It's fucking ridiculous. Even squirrels, look. They love their own. Cute little squirrels. Squirrel sniper, forget it, mate. Okay, these are reds. They're not even you. And my favourite ever, penguins. My cousin stole a penguin from Bristol Zoo. I think I told you that story. But yeah, I would love a penguin. They fucking ate it in pretending Antarctica. I don't think they're even there anyway. I think it's all a psyop. Stupid anyway. So yeah, they're very, very loving, these animals. And they're treated terribly in this place by humanity. So sorry for them. They do no harm. And they're not corrupted in any way by this place and temptation and all bullshit are they? Look at them all innocent and lovely. Lessons to be learned by looking at the animal kingdom. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. So that's to soften you up. Okay. Cute animal session. Okay. We're moving on. So, mud flood is happening all the time, but in this case, it's just ash. But it just goes to show that this shit happens. Okay, haunted photos shown abandoned ash-covered towns on an island of 85,000 where a volcano erupted, and it looks exactly like mud flood. You can imagine. And coming along later and digging all this away. Okay, and the island of La Palma, home 85,000 people endured weeks straight of volcanic eruptions, which buried some of these towns, and they look exactly like mud flood. You imagine liquefaction, volcanicity, where when you get that quality, the serpent traveling through this realm, you're 100% going to get liquefaction of the hillsides if they were even there back then, causing mud flood. In my mind, a definite possibility. Right, we're going to run through some images of the day. We're getting on for 2 hours into this showage, and I'm maybe going to take some calls. See how we go. I've still got some talking left in me. My buoyancy seems still intact, so I'm thankful for that. So this is we're going to go through some images. I'll talk you through them. There's some funny. There's just a mixture of information, but a lot of this is going to be mind-blowing. And this is a Renaissance artwork. Shows you a reset of Rome. You can see, the Colosseum, what we were just looking at them images. They're showing you as some sort of a gladiatorial place in the artworks. But what you do see is, as you can see, they go nuts on us. What all their armies are doing. They haven't had a proper war, have they? Not proper televised war. A lot of countries are all building up their military, aren't they? New submarines, new battleships. What are they going to do with it all anyway? Not that a war will bother us, because it'll be like a drone war. It's only going to be fucking amphetamine addicted children on their PlayStation controllers who are going to be sending drones to kill fuck tons of people. That's how future wars are going to be run. They give them a Medal of Honor, so this is in St. Petersburg somewhere back in the day. This is how the world looked. It looked a bit like a bad dream. All that detail. And I'm guessing this is St. George and the Dragon, isn't it? Yeah. Or it could be Gabriel. Not Gabriel. Archangel Michael also dealt with a dragon as well, didn't he? So, could be him. But a lovely bit of artwork. I shared that on my community post. Check this out. So this door is in the side of a building, sort of Angkor Wat area. And look at that. Crack right the way down the middle. Whatever could have caused that? Something really big busted through that door, is my thought. No knock knock. It's like straight through the door is what that looks like to me. Sort of burst. I'm glad about this. I like Gene Hackman. Popeye Doyle, French Connection. Gene Hackman retired from acting 17 years ago, but had a recent pic taken to show he's alive and well at 91 and living in New Mexico. He goes bike riding every day and remains active and engaged in hobbies with friends. Gene Hackman, could still see him there. He's had fuck all to do with them, have he? So I kind of like Gene Hackman as an actor anyway. I love that. You know, you put it this way. If Gene Hackman's in the film's not going to be crap. I've never seen Gene Hackman in a crap film, have you? So I'm glad about that. It's good that. Gene Hackman, still around, 91. So this is on the side of a mountain in America. I gotta be, can't give you the state, one of those, Arizona maybe. Looks like a tree had fallen. Give you a closer look now. Can you see it? Giant tree has fallen. Otherwise, it's a very unusual formation where it's just there. Interesting. It could be the joint or leg muscle. It looks like it could be a leg or something, or a bone. I mean, a bone. Look at this, like the red sinewy bit as well. Blood vessels and stuff. Interesting, that one. I picked that up on Facebook as well this week. Oh, it is the dinosaurs. I'm sick of learning about fucking dinosaurs. Somebody sent me a Renaissance painting and said the dinosaurs on there, man. I'm like, well, can you verify that was even there like a year ago? Well, no, of course you can't. But fucking they just bring in any old bullshit. It does my head in. It's a mummy. Scientists think it's 100 million bollocks years ago, but it's swept to sea by a flooded river. Okay, landed on its back, and it was pressed into the ocean floor. It's been preserved, and it looks like a dragon, doesn't it? It looks exactly like what we would think of as being a dragon, but they say a dinosaur. What they do for the dinosaurs is cover for dragons and giants, isn't it? Big keys. Oh, like I just said, monkey. Like that's monk and key. Now, what we find as well is they had big locks in antiquity and huge keys. Could it be that these were for the giants in a population because they're a bit cumbersome for little-handed people? Like so. Big keys. And ornate as well. Some of them had like Vajra technology type things on top of them. So maybe electronic keys of the time. Big keys, got to be for big people. Otherwise, why the size for little people? You see? Some of them look like Vajra technology. Bit of a fascist bit in the middle. Could be an electronic key as well. But key, like sea key, where the ship docks, key is always the Phoenician aquatic naughtiness. So this is in America, and it's a red salt mine, which they get all them red salt crystals from. I've had one sent from Mount Rushmore, but it's no longer there, or given to me in the Flat Earth British Convention, last one. And it was interesting that solid salt, and it does look a bit sort of sunny, light looking. And some of them have been made into the bricklets for the floor, and they illuminate, or they've illuminated them, which is beautiful. And these, I've got one in my room. I guess, a lot of you guys have got salt crystals. I use Himalayan rock salt on my food. I put salt in my bath, Himalayan rock salt in my bath as well. Helps your muscles relax, stuff. It's just fantastic properties to it as well, isn't it? So I am a very salty person. I do love the old salt, but I'm from the sea. Oh, it's not America. Sorry, this is an Arabic country. India, Afghanistan. Excuse me. Look at the painting on that. How trippy. But wow, all our money. Imagine how much you're going to sell these lamps for. That'll be in Aldi's a lamp for fucking $15.99 in a month or so. And that's what they're doing. They're not cheap, are they? They got all of that, but isn't it beautiful? I bet you feel good working in there. I bet. Right. This is the Great Expositions that was in Rio de Janeiro in the past. I have posted about it a few years ago. Another beautiful civilization replaced by utter shit. All up and running. And you've got an encampment outside, which I find curious. Okay. As to why they got an encampment. There's the staff cannot go in here, or they can't have any other place to live. They build these fantastical structures, but everyone else lives in shitty little tents. Does that make sense? Oh, excuse me, let me sort my back up. And they build these things. Again, just a case of one or two people around, everything's finished, and the old ladder lean. Yeah? What the hell is on top of it? Again, it's elevated floor, seems to be lower level stuff going on. And the thing is there, the Phoenicians again, and all of this caper, this antiquitech. So there's none of this left at the moment. It's all gone. And look at this. So in Rio de Janeiro, in the days before Christ the Redeemer, in 1903, you had this beautiful archway to take you to this civilization. You see it there, all covered in scaffold. It's there again, isn't it? It's not like it's from the foundations up again. They're always built and sort of refurbished. It's like the resetters arrivals have come in and they're touching up what was a fucking fantastic civilization. Look at this in the background. And these anomalous rocks they're staring at. Is that a clue? Why would they just be staring at rocks, guys? Also interesting about them rocks. They look a bit... That one looks like a straight edge, and that one looks like a coin. So I think that's a clue. I think that's a clue there. And look at the size of this place. So it's the entire between that mountain and that mountain, which is like massively populated in the modern day. And they took all of these buildings away. It just makes no sense. Why didn't they leave them? So there you are, 1909, and it was for Brazil. Commercial, industrial, exposition, Phoenicians, globage, usual bullshit going on. And we got 1898 to 1908. Is that right? It was going 10 years, apparently. 10 years. And there it is. Look how fantastic that is. Like White City in London, Pan Pacific, San Francisco, all of these expositions are just the most mind-blowing. And again, they're there. They're a ladder lean. It's just the craziest thing. Let's have a look at vegetation if these are new. And then bushes look rather big. This is can you see that? Light bulbs all the way up here. I've got some pictures of that later on to show you the, in fact, light bulbs. All of this would have lit up, which I'll show you later. Yeah, fantastic nature. So a lot of suspicious photographs with this, though, isn't there? So we got some developments there, but I thought that was demolition. Not really. It just looks like a load of shit and rubble. But that's there, isn't it? Already built. And what's he doing exactly? What's he doing? Is that a plumb line he's holding? Oh, I can't tell. Curious. And look at this. 1908. Fantastic. Returned a building. For 10 years, knock it all down. everywhere in the world the same. Does that make sense? To build something like that, they tell you it's temporary measure, just crazy. I feel the world was like this in Tartaria. Populations, before they killed them all, huge. Big enough to populate these buildings. Municipal building, New York City. Temple underneath. And then this. And what you find with all these Phoenician buildings, the juice is in the air, where you won't see it. A castle in the sky from this level up, guys. 4 angels, landing platforms for balloons that can spin around. Plenty of room for it to spin around. And I got a church thing going on. Just what the hell, guys? All on the top where no one's really going to see it. Clue? Maybe the sea comes up to this far and then you only got that bit sticking out, or the mud even. You all seen the film with Tom Cruise, Oblivion, the mud-flooded world? You just see the tops of the skyscrapers in New York sticking out in the mud. So this is the quality of the 1700s, guys. Again, with a Phoenician theme, actually Ovidian in this case. And just attention to detail and beauty is fantastical. Gold. And the enameling on their artwork. Fucking. I can't see them reproducing anything near anything like this in the modern day. Why? It's supposed to be so fantastical in technology, aren't we? They had it all already. Everything is being rolled out, and it's rolled out slow. They're speeding it up now, like the process. They're quickening. You know, this reset they brought on early because they had to. I don't think they were ready. I don't think they were rehearsed properly because we forced their hand. They had to. We forced their hand. They had no choice. Millions knew the game by now. You know, the game. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. So check this beast, riding the serpent. That'd be freaky if that came over the hill. I don't know. So the Dogon. Now we talk about these a lot. Oh, these are New Mexican Apache Indians. Okay, doing a spirit dance. They're tripping. And they look like the Dogon. What the fuck is their interpretation for their headwear is my point. And they look Peruvian with their little, I was going to say skirts. What they got on their heads? Because to me, they look like they've seen somebody with antennas or some sort of aerials. I know these are feathers, so they're FEbs. So they would be a technology in themselves. But what? They don't look like the Apaches you see in the movies, do they? What's the matter with his face? He got something covering the whole face. And they all have. Oh, that's fucking trippy. Apaches. Check this out. It's the world's biggest chip oven. No, it's not. Yeah, I'm undecided to what this is. This guy with a fez, he looks suspicious. It's not a pizza oven. It's not an iron lung. I think something goes into that basket and the door closes behind it. Could it be an oven? Could be. I don't know. I don't like the look of it, is what I'm saying. He looks like he's up to something, doesn't he? He's proud of whatever that is, by the way. I wouldn't go in it. So, the reset world, just St. Petersburg again. Massive civilization, lack of infrastructure, trees all developed. City of way over 500,000 people at that point in the 1800s, yet not a cat, soul, nothing. It's really, really fucking spooky and eerie, wouldn't you say? And it's not only St. Petersburg or Athens or Rome, it's everywhere we've looked at. This is a real photograph, by the way. He tried to get his cat in the cat box, yeah? And all of a sudden, it just went and went big and blocked the bloody lane, didn't it? And he, well, basically, just to cut a long story short, he couldn't get in the fucking cat box, yeah? I would love to just hug that cat, as long as it don't kill you. They wouldn't. They only torture birds, and they're lazy nowadays. You know, they don't even bury shit anymore, and they don't kill birds because, you know, why we gotta kill birds? You bring me kitty cat, sort of thing going on, which is true. Of course, it's a fortune to feed them as well, doesn't it, cats? Better off locking them out than meet a few birds. No, don't do that. I love birds. Again, see Petersburg, it looks like a skeleton crew. This building is just the top of a building. Again, ladder lean. Couple of people up on the roof. And a cart, 3 ladies and 1, 2, 3 people. No problem with exposure problems here, I notice. One there, one there, one there. Dozen people, scaffolding, and a building that's missing. Because that's just the top of the building, isn't it? I know. That looks so obvious to me that that's the case. Again, dome, 4 angels is a technology. Microcosm of the place you live in. So here's a fuck ton of ovenry. Probably a lot of radon, I would say. Oh, excuse me. Radium, maybe. So let's see what we got. I couldn't say what this thing is, but it definitely looks electrical, as does this. All this is in an exposition, electrical stuff, ovenry stuff, and stuff that we haven't got anymore. These wood burners here. I'd love one like that. Well, not that I could have it in a shitty council flat, but just saying it'd be really nice. So I'm not sure what mangled this radar, okay, if it was a storm that made the radar buckle and bend, or was it a technology? Remember, the Philadelphia experiment, if it was a real thing, was meant to have happened by a mishap with radar. Oh, shit, fuck, shit. Excuse me. Whoa, what's going on? Did you see that? That's not me. Excuse me. Wow, that was trippy. Fuck me. Excuse my language, not really. Shit. Was that... I don't know, I might have just... That might not have happened. Did that happen? Yeah, that happened. Okay, yeah, that happened. Don't worry. Whew. So I'm thinking some maybe electrical mishap made that mangle. And the way the Philadelphia experiment, sort of things we're missing in there. Of some sort of fuckery with time travel. So I posted this on my... sorry about that. It was weird. Never seen that happen ever in my days. I posted this on a community page today, so I really resonated with me. Let me be a free man. Free to travel. That'd be nice. Free to stop. Yeah, don't have to deal with your bullshit, like rubber glovey time. Free to work. Yeah, work you like to do. In my case, history busting. Free to choose my own teachers. No, I don't want to teach. I want to teach myself. Okay, I want to learn myself. Everything in this place I have learned. I am self-taught. I didn't do school. I grew up at sea. I've learned everything. I'm an author and a lot of other things too. I didn't need them. I didn't need any of them. Free to follow the religion of my fathers, which is not a religion. It's more of a holistic faith of the Most High and the way things really are. Free to think and talk. Now, wouldn't that be nice if you could just actually speak your own mind? Isn't it? Wouldn't that be a beautiful thing? Can't really do that much on YouTube because really frowned upon. In fact, I haven't got a video to go through on AdSense in 6 weeks. Apparently, I'm doing something wrong in them. I can't imagine what. And the Act for Myself by Chief Joseph Nez Priest, and that was in 1840, and he died in 1904. So I concur with all of that. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, they had all that until white man come with fire water. So yeah, they've spunked up Starbucks. Check it out. They've Madonna'd Melusine, the mermaid. Changed Mandela effect. Yeah, it wasn't like it a month or 2 ago. So what have they gone and replaced all of the Starbucks in the world? Because it didn't look like Madonna, like recent till now. Never Mandela effect. This realm is changing like so rapid that I don't even bother thinking about it anymore. It's just like, oh yeah, that's the new thing in the new realm. It's like daily. Are you all having that, guys? Fuck yeah. So this was a real reality. I've told you before, they are real. It was caught on Google. And it was a mermaid. And she was having a little bask on the rocks, as they do. Okay. Psychopath came along later, and she got battered. Fishing batter. Oh, don't worry. So I'm not sure what's going on here. I think it's the Phoenician. It might be like some sort of sexual thing. It might not be, though. I don't know. It might be. Sort of something in the penis area. I can't really tell. Anyway, it's fucking Roman and whatever. Ugh. So, yeah. This is interesting. Check this out. This is what got me thinking. So, Antigua Tech Tower, right, guys? Lights, wire, okay. And then you get the old column image. You got a bell. What about this under the bell? I was wondering if was, if that could have been Mercury in there or something else. It's proven that these bells are definitely a technology, guys, and they've taken that away. Look at this underneath it. Yeah, and it's so clever as well. The clock strikes every 15 minutes. The bell tops up the charge. This is just fantastic. Free fucking energy. They got rid of the bells. I'll show you in a minute. So here's the Jesuits. And a nice painting of a shiny-eyed nunnage. Yeah, you got to watch them nuns, guys. Don't trust them. Yeah, fuck no. 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 This is in Aberdeen, in Scotland. And I don't know if it's still there today. Jade, she's been to Aberdeen. She might be in chat right now. She might be able to tell me whether this thing is still in place. And this is a sort of a gateway to go into the city, I guess. But wow, why all the effort? And where's the rest of it anyway? And what does it signify? It's like the front of a building that's missing. Exactly the same as the Roman arch. One way, big one, two either side. Just like Rome. Just like the Arch of Triumph. Just like Constantine Arch. Quinkydink. I'm not sure what's going on with this king. He seems a bit of a shit. I don't know if it's Solomon got the story wrong, but it's, I doubt it because they're medieval sort of blue space cadets. I don't know. He's got a fleur-de-lis something. Anyway, she's like frothing at the mouth with blood, zombie style. She's brought him in like, I guess, a 32-year-old baby who's got like stunted growth. And the king's like, get that fucking thing away, and stabs, or the knight, to be more specific, stabs the kid in the side with the swordage. The knights are actually standing on the head and the body of another bleeding infant child thing, maybe. Behind is somebody else having a nose. Pray tell, what is going on? You get a lot of that, don't you? It's like in the Bible as well. It's like, they were doing like kill the firstborn. What was with that? What was with kill the firstborn, guys? Yeah? Somebody's going to have a baby and he's going to save everyone, kill him. I had a word from the oracle. So we must kill him. So I got a load of these. These are emblemata emblems, and they are all alchemically coded, and they have, that like the Phoenician that comes in with the sail. They're just all the Phoenicians, and it looks like to me it's a mud-flooded world. Because if you look, they're coming through just what look like alleys cut out of the mud. Can you see this? And there's a lot of things going on underground. Difficult to say. It usually is. And these bits, these raised bits of mud, can you see that? Around the church, all that mud. And then you've got this massive, massive mud mound. Paths all the way to the top. You've got dragons, Pegasus, people falling off. There's an anchor. Emblemata. So they're Phoenician alchemical clues. They are really fucking mental, the stuff that goes on, and we can recognize a lot of them from basically the statues that we see. A lot of them the same people. So did somebody shoot a laser through there? Oh, that was in the woods. I wonder what did that. I wonder what could do that. Lightning? Could be lightning. Oh, I don't think it's coming from the side, would it? Oh no, it wouldn't. Looks too circular. It could be just some disease and it's caused that opening, I guess. I don't know. Looks like something's been shot in there. Just saying. So what we have here is the famous statue of Theseus and the Gorgon. And what you find with Medusa, yeah, although she got a head full of serpents, yeah, she's an absolute babe, as you will see. So Theseus, he's going to chop her head off. He's done the mirror thing, but in this case, he's just dragging her around by the hair. Yeah. I thought Theseus was not a god. Why has he got a god winged helmet thing on? Yeah. Put some pants on. And he's got wing boots like Mercury as well. What's going on with the Mercury wing boots? Gorgon doesn't really seem to be enjoying this moment. Yeah. But you can't look at her because she basically turned to stone. Theseus, he's looking like proper Phoenician evil. He's got the shell on his head, everything. He's not going to get you off of a head, and the rest is history. The Phoenician technology of Medusa tech was decapitated. So I think it's just all analogous for real events I do. So I don't know what these strange obelisks or totems, but they're like women, aren't they? And this guy's like a dick. So that's a man. There's his wife, and this guy, he's got like clothes on, but his wife's there. So yeah, probably really lifelike, I would reckon. Do you reckon they're lifelike? The guy's got tashes. I don't think these people should have really taken up art. Do you? No, not me. Check this out for a chunk of Tartaria and beauty, just like the world we have today. Yeah, all of the drug addicts and crack addicts and everything else, and the vandalism and rubbish, shit and crisp bags and masks. No, none of it. It's beautiful, looked after, trees, ornate railings, and a beautiful, fantastical building. Fantastic, that is. So, Glasgow is a city I've not been to. Glasgow in 1900 versus Glasgow today. Look how far we've come. Most places are the same. The regression is truly incredible. The old world was stunning, and the parasites that rule this place have destroyed it. So, same again. It was that thing we seen in Rio de Janeiro. They had the Glasgow International Exposition in 1901. Again, massive Tartarian buildings and these beautiful palaces in Glasgow, guys. And now, yeah, it's the place where serial killers come from. Could you imagine living in them fucking things? That is just nasty. In a high rise, loads of people living above you and stuff. Oh, no. Imagine what dead bodies are found there in Glasgow every day. Fucking dozens, probably. Anyway. Ooh, sacred geometry, Fibonacci in a perfect sequence. In what looks like a dandelion. Yeah, there's been some strange formations with the icy days and the icy nights. I've noticed some lovely ice formations. So this indigenous guy, let's check out what he's got on exactly. I think that's a Dogon. So he's got his face all like fucked upness. Got a load of punk rocker purple hair. He's got an animal around his neck, but he's got a lot of shit on. Metal thing, metal plated belt. I wonder what that's for. See, to me, all this stuff is a technology. It just has to be. Because it's not very stylish, is it really? But I don't know. It's pretty funky. If you wore that to a party, you probably get a lot of stares. Not really, not this day and age. Who knows? Anyway, just want to say, this is what a indigenous, organic, lovely, foodie, woody diet does for you. Okay, compared to the modern diet of all of this culture. So there we are. This is if you went to school. Okay, you kept the boys away from the girls, but you would have a man teacher teaching the girls. And they would all be kept separately. And they would have a yard for the boys. They would have a yard for the girls. They would have an entrance into the school for the girls, an entrance into school for the boys separately. You can see these still over the doorways today on British schools of old. And they just like brainwash these people with just utter bullshittery of dinosaurs, globage, evolutionary theory. So I'm being followed by a moon shadow. Moon shadow, moon shadow. It's got to be a shopped image, but trippy nevertheless. And that is the antique world. Look at it. The whole world was like that not long ago. Wrecked and caught a photographic image as far as I'm concerned. This is weird as well. This is the entrance to, I think it's the main cemetery in Detroit in America, right, guys? Weird thing is, it's exactly the same entrance to the Western Cemetery where I live in Eerie, in Cardiff, in Wales. And I've seen this sort of entrance, which looks like a church front, on so many cemeteries. What's with that? Why have they got this weird sort of church thing going on for entrances for cemeteries? Anyway, it's all fucking weird and spooky to me. Look at the size of that bird's nest up there. Shit. So that's in Detroit. And here's a lady, and she's making patty cakes. That's what they're called, patty cakes. So Let's call it a Patty in the old days. Used to have a little giggle when Patty Blake came on the telly. Don't worry. Right. Quick at-home C19 test. Okay. Step 1, stick finger up anus as far as possible. Step 2, sniff finger. Okay. If it smells like shit, it's negative. Can't smell shit, positive. Simple. Oh, simple. So I don't know where this mountain is, but I think it might be a giant, fossilized. Maybe his legs got chopped off. I don't know. Difficult to say. I don't know. It could be a sphinx. It's a sphinx. It's a fucking sphinx. Even looks like a sphinx. God, there's some absolutely insane geological formations, isn't there? Right, name the musical. I'll give you a clue. If I was a rich man, all day long, I wouldn't have to work. Topple? No? Clue? Fiddler on the Roof. Not funny. Right, this is brilliant. Hue is, as we know, a form of light. Man is manifest. So human is form of light manifested in body. We are light beings, guys. We are light manifested into this body. And I knew that all along. Okay. We are light condensed. Look who's been watching Flatterday British. Oi, oi. Don't even fucking, you're not the same. You're not the same Putin. You look grumpy. Anyway, they got a star fort on their flag nowadays. And not only that, nice laurel leaf of control around there. And in the middle, an orange sun. An orange sun. A 33. Are you trying to tell us something with that look? Huh? Do you get it, Flatterday British peeps? I think we're getting it, Pooty Wooty. Okay. Right, let's check out these North American Indians. Now. Yeah. Okay. So he looks like a proper Indian, but he's got tartan on, like he's a Scotsman. Okay, or Tatarian. She looks a bit of a Tatarian as well. A little bit Peruvian in dress, maybe. Now this guy, okay, I think he's doing one of those, I'm going to go and stay in an Indian reservation and pretend to be an Indian for 6 months thing. You know, the one doing I'm a little teapot. Because this guy, yeah, I don't think he's an Indian somehow. He looks proper white, bit chubby on the middle. And he's basically a white dude, isn't he? I think they had like, I'm going to go and be in a Red Indian holidays in the past. Got little bells on there, look. Oh, bells. You heard him coming. They wanted to know when he was coming because he was talking about him. I can't stand that white man. So this is that famous Boston balloon shot of 1860. Interesting, 11 years later, it's utterly destroyed. And the whole city is really big, bustling. And this is it being colorized. Boston, 1861, already there, already massive, already fantastic. But destroyed in 1871. I can show you some of that. Have you seen this? Nicolas Cage. I know he's quiet. He lives off grid and all of that. And he don't have nothing to do apparently with Hollywood. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe lockdown's been tough on him, I reckon. He's starting to put on a few pounds, is Nicholas. Nicholas Cage. Oh, that really suits him, Nicholas. Man, you need to sort that out, mate. Look like a beach whale. I don't know. It's just trippy. I thought the artist might be watching Flatterday British. Check it out. So you've got the Harlequin thing going on, and you've got all these antiquitech buildings that got like the sort of Italian feel about them. And the crescent moon has got basically the Phoenician Liberty helmet type of thing. And again, with like Babylonian buildings. You see the difference? You've got Tartaria and then the Babylonian classical theme, the two different genres, styles. So I thought that was interesting artwork and what the artist was trying to tell us. I think he's been looking into these fields. This is interesting. A UN flag used in the 1950s. What the fuck is that, pray tell? So you've got Asia, and it's an azimuthal equidistant. North America, South America, okay. So what's that? that meant to be Antarctica? Well, what's it doing up by there exactly? So we dig. So that is Australia, New Zealand. Okay, West Australia, where it's supposed to be. So what the fuck is that? Big chunk of what? Because if it is Antarctica, we know that the Antarctica shows doesn't actually look like that. So what is it exactly? This big chunk here? Africa? Oh God, it's all confusing to me. Anyway, so they're using a UN flat Earth flag. Flat Earth UN flag. Here he is, hero. He hit off the willy of Ariel. Somebody else was there time ago. Was it in 1981? Somebody went up there and vandalized with marker pen. It's still there. Crazy. So anyway, do a flat thumbs. I'll be well happy. There he is. This sculptor. Man attacking. He's not attacking. He's sorting that shit out. Statue called Prospero and Ariel by Eric Spew, which is above the entrance to corporate headquarters in central London. So basically Pedo HQ, isn't it? BBC. British Bumming Club. And this is a stunning sculpture of pain. The pain is fucking like to put up with them and live in this fucking torturous realm, is what that is. Get me fucking out of here. That's what that is. This is in Ireland. It's a strange obelisk in Ireland. The name's got gra in it, so something to do with love. I'm thinking it looks phallic. I'm not sure. Strange obelisk in Ireland land. Now this is exciting. You've seen this movie? It's a movie documentary. It's going to be out in the spring. Filming will be very shortly. I need a camcorder if anyone's going to lend one to Flat Earth Operation, a professional camcorder. The next level, the truth cannot be stopped with Shane Hibbler, Epic Shane, and YC, and Oddage, and Tolkien as well. Wow, I'm in some prestigious company here. Santos Bonacci, Matt and Nika. I'm smiling. And I don't know who that guy is. Victoria, Rachel. No, I'm guessing I might be her. Oh, Tanner Stewart, of course. Tanner. Fuck yeah. A hat like that, Tanner, mate. You're definitely a Tanner. Dan Tanner. So that is something to look forward to coming in spring. The next level. Okay, hopefully wake up some millions. Okay, some millions more. So this was laid in a honeycomb, which is a ancient religious effigy. And it's been put in a honeycomb again. That relationship between bumblebees, honey, and Phoenicia again. So this has been all over the internet this week. Somebody went Nesmia crazy with Flower of Life. I don't know how they managed to get their shit together to do that. It's absolutely fantastic. Measurement, and I don't know how they did it. I looked from above with a drone. I don't know how they done that. Surmising that people actually done it. It's brilliant, isn't it? What do you think? It's beautiful. It looks like it's quite high as well, look, doesn't it? Oh, I love it. I love it. It's fantastic. But there's good energy run by that. Only for the sea to wash it away. Okay, this is in southern Egypt. Okay, down by the Sudanese border, and it's called the Black Pyramid. Okay, not much is known about it. It's not attributed to like pharaohs and dynasties. They don't know anything about its builders. Okay, and what does it look like to you? It looks like a pyramid that's had an intense load of heat hit it, is what it looks like to me, guys. Oh, lovely absence of fisheye lens flat horizon there, guys. Not much left of that. It looks to me like it took a direct hit. This is interesting. Nelson was 5'4" tall. His statue in London is 16 foot tall. That's a ratio of 3-to-1. Oh God, that's fucking brilliant. I didn't know he was 5'4" though. What the fuck did he manage to do all of that stuff? How did they manage to hit him with the rifles? More the point. Anyway, oh look at this. When you tell a triple gov-juiced Karen it's just the flu, let's have a look at her face. Yeah, it's not though, is it? It's not. It's a plague. It's like, don't touch me, don't come near me. Don't breathe near me, I might catch you, I might get a cold. I might get snotty nose, I'll die. I will, I'm old. Turtle dicks. So I would think twice next time you have a gherkin slice in your burger, your Big Mac. Okay, because basically, in case you didn't know, gherkins are Teenage Ninja Mutant Ninja Turtle dicks. If you wondered what happened to them, now you know. They're finite. Now, competition time. Rock chicks. We do like a rock chick on Flat Earth British. Well, I do. Check them legs. They go all the way up to the waist. Who is the rock chick? Can anyone guess? Can anyone guess who the rock chick is? Come on, let's have a look in chat. See if any of you can get this one. Come on. Come on, come on. I'll give you a clue. She's a famous person. Right, I've lost my chat feed because my internet just went off, so I can't check the answers. I'm not going to tell you though. We're just going to stare at that picture for a minute until I get an answer. Right, anybody got it? You will win a coat hanger. No, it's not Susie Q. I wish it was, and it's not Janis Joplin. No, it's not Susie Quattro or India. I thought it was Susie Quattro the moment I set eyes on her. So I think about Susie Quattro, been a man and stuff. All right, there's a big shock coming to you all. Mick Jagger, Stephen says. It's not Stevie Nicks. Stevie Nicks doesn't look like that. Oh, Scarab City. She does it again. She's done that before. Scarab City, Helen Mirren. That's Helen Mirren with clothes on. I know. That's a rarity, but nice, isn't it? I bet she sounds like shit. Check this out, though. All in plain sight. According to Greek mythology, Omni. Isn't it funny how it's Om? So that's the vibration of vibrations. Omicron was a Greek god who was unhappy when people lived in peace, working harmoniously together to maximize their collective well-being and happiness. Okay, all in plain sight. Their symbolism will be their downfall, says this person who made this meme. Delta is a triangle, Omicron is a circle. The Greek letter Omicron derives from the Phoenician letter Ein, which means I. No shit, Sherlock. And there's another guy who's looking alive and well. When you try to open up to your friends, but issues are way over the top for them, I can't talk to I wouldn't be able to talk to anyone about anything that I do in my life. Basically, because A, they would not believe me, and it all sounds quite fantastical, doesn't it? Right, this is what we should be teaching children at school, not fucking algebra or how to be a bitch for man. This is what they should be taught. What schools should teach students. I did do a version in my new book of what the curriculum should be. Okay, a different curriculum. But this is another one I picked up. How to grow food, composting, seed saving, food preservation, foraging, mushroom ID, yeah, that might be important, first aid and water conservation, waste management, and medical herbals. This is what every children should know, instead of all of that terrible, nasty shit that's going to kill them really, really young. Oh, did I mention? No, now's the time to mention. Okay, that's a nice image. I don't know what it means. I think it's maybe ballet dancers locked in a cell or something. Right, so the collapse, or the closer collapse of an empire, the crazier its laws, by Marcus Tullius Cicero. So Cicero said that, and I think it's true, and that's why they're going nutty. Okay, now, did I mention, right, that you are forbidden to die on Flat Earth British? Did I mention that? Also, you are forbidden to have any bad health at all on Flat Earth British. Did I make myself clear like that? Okay. So, to be clear, dying on Flat Earth British time is banned. That would not be permissible. And getting ill in any way, shape, or form will also be not permissible. That's fair, isn't it? Not being cruel, be kind. This is how fucking psycho they are with our government, right? So they stick in these spikes underneath all the motorway bridges. They're doing it where I live as well, so homeless people can't take any shelter. Maybe all of the churches of COD could open up their doors and let all of the homeless people in. Maybe. Do you think? Place makes me want to puke. This is sick, guys. This is a sick fucking place. I can't stand it here. And this is the guy, right? There's nothing wrong with a PD-looking politician or two PD politicians hanging round in a schoolyard with a terrifying-looking little girl in a real thing. Now, can anyone spot A, what is wrong with this photograph? B, what is it doing in reality? And C, what exactly is that stare all about? What drugs is he exactly on, by the way? Why is the child petrified in the photograph with the British Prime Minister and whoever the fuck that is in the background? Another cunt. Somebody tell me? Is that really fucking sinister, guys? And weird. Purple tie. I don't know. It's too weird. And it's just, this is what they're fucking like, isn't it? Look at fucking Adolf Hitler and all. Jesus fucking Christ. Water butterflies. Yeah, they go into butterfly shape too. I've explained the water droplet to you. Manifest in all sorts of beautiful forms, but in this case, captured in the shape of a butterfly. Here, shared by Jennykins, we got the Zyro and a clue for the flat earth, 4 angels, Mount Meru. And he's in a pulpit. There's Jim Morrison. He's doing the same thing as Bon Scott, although I was painfully disappointed to understand that Jennykins lacked quite some information on Bon Scott, which is hurtful to myself. So, yeah, he's preaching, isn't he? Okay, Ameralson's preaching. It's in all over God. What happened to this statue? It's haunting, isn't it? So somebody come along with a disc cutter and cut a nose off and a bit of a face. Did it get dropped and it hit the floor? That's more like it, isn't it? It's got twatted somewhere, hasn't it? Somebody twatted that, hasn't they? Somebody has twatted the statue in the face. Wrong? Yes, I know. But it is haunting. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Anyway, this is interesting. Check this out. So this is on top of a post, and inside there's like this little green bit. But if you mag up on the little green bit, what you get is an entire civilization. Yeah, I mean, there's fucking millions of fucking beings living down in that mini world down there. You see them all? You can see their mini cities. The little people, the who's. You can hear them sometimes when you're standing there. They go, "We're here, we're here," and you go, "The fuck was that?" Yeah, the little people. Look at that for a technosmia, geometric shape in a church. The effort gone into this. Wow. Wow, that is mesmerizing. Check that out, guys. Is that beautiful? Is that trippy? We do beautiful, we do class, and we do trippy on Flat Earth British. Okay. That is absolutely stunning. I think this is a brilliant, just the first look at it, and I'm like, well, where's the building, man? This is the top bit. Because instantly you just get that buzz with this building is all we're looking at is the top bit. Yeah. Yeah, because of all of everything's top heavy and disproportionate. Doors are up here in the air. It just don't make no sense. To me, you know, them windows you see at the bottom there on floor level, they're the tops of much, much larger windows, I feel. And the building probably goes multi-levels below. I'm looking at that, okay? Because that to me, just like, where's the rest of it? Really get that buzz. This is an iconic image, and I find it really weird as well these days. When I look at it, I'm not sure what I'm thinking. It's the iconic image of outside the department store in Stalingrad after the fall of Stalingrad. It's in the castle. The Germans occupy this period. You can see this in the film Enemy at the Gates. They show this statue, but it's in a fountain in the film where they hide. And it's not in this case, okay? But it's the same statue. In Stalingrad, previously Volgograd, okay, model city, Stalin city, he's going to lose 1 million men. Is that a crocodile? Isn't this on the Volga? Do they really have crocodiles on the fucking Volga? I don't think they do they? Do they really have crocodiles in Stalingrad? I don't think they do. So yeah, I've never noticed that until I looked at this the other day. I was like, what the fuck is going on? There's children dancing around a crocodile in a destroyed Stalingrad, which also looks like it's got authoritarian buildings, by the way. And as I showed on them in expositions, this is what they all look like at night. This is the world that went before us. Absolutely beautiful. Can you imagine it? All running on free energy, all running itself, no grid needed. Just Antiquitech and the Indomie. Pull that energy in, light them bulbs up, nice and bright. Also, headwear. We've talked about it many, many times. Made of metal, all of this stuff hanging off, and the bits in between the beads look exactly like superconductors. Because I think they are. And this is the thumbnail of today. It's absolutely a beautiful, stunning image. It gives you that flavor of what the expositions must have been like, relaxing, tropical plants around you, a really weathered looking exposition considering it's only supposed to be there X amount of time. I can see a lot of dirt on this building here, but fairy lights as well, electric as well. All of this lights up like I just showed you. And why the need for this, you know, that long? Look at it, hundreds and hundreds of feet long, with colonnades, walkways, cloisters, if you like. Just absolutely fantastic place. Not many people around though, considering they say there's millions and millions went through. I see one guy there working on it, one there, 2, 3, 4. I don't see any other people. Five people in that shot. It's supposed to have had tens of millions going through these places. So what is he smoking? And what is he thinking at you? And why does he got his face look like a big evil voodoo doctor devil spirit thing going on? He's got seashells on his head. It's a tech. He sells seashells, and all seashells are on his neck as well. He knows about the seashell tech, definitely. So yeah, I guess it's like some sort of to trip somebody out when they've had a load of mescal or something. Maybe that's what he's got in his mouth there. Although it does look like a test kit. Again, look at these expositions. It's been like a dream. Must have been just surreal walking through them. You know, the wonder of it all. And like I said with the bells, they all have this Vajra top. Okay, like you see with the 4 bits of metal, and they all have the same thing. And you see it all over these antique bells. You see on the Kaiser bell and excuse me, the Tsar bell and Liberty bell got exactly the same tops. So a load of them were removed in World War One, and the rest in World War Two by Hitler. All the ones in Poland, Austria, all of them were stripped out, and they say they melted them down for gunmetal and tanks, etc. So that shot at the beginning. What age are we looking at exactly, guys? 1700s? Kind of been photographs, they say, weren't around. Makes you think, doesn't it, guys? I think they're lying. I think we're seeing right after the event, and I think they're rubbing our noses in it, is what I think. Okay. Here's lovely holistic medias in chat right now. She did me this, and if you don't know, I'm an author, and I wrote the Holy Grail of the Flat Earth and the Holy Grail of the Great Reset questions. Okay, my latest book's out a few months ago. And if you do buy it, make sure to take a snap somewhere cool or what have you, or a flat thumb snaps, and send them in a Flat Earth British. We've got a couple of book sends I can share with you and now in a minute, but for the moment, I'm going to come back and catch up with you all and see what the hell is going on. Because I haven't got a clue what is going on. So 984 of you still watching overall. That is fantastic. Well, it was a busy night, wasn't it? Might have to do some phone-ins or something, calls. Let me just show you a bit of stuff a minute, if you don't mind. See how it goes. Oh, it's 10. I've been on 3 fucking hours. I tell you what, I might just knock the calls in the head tonight and don't think I'm up to it. I haven't been having all that fantastic fucking year so far. I am trying to make it all actually fantastic for you by organizing as much as I can. Wow, we can, if that makes any sense, guys. So, let me show you on my Facebook. If you're not on my Facebook, Martin Liedtke. Oh, I can see me live. So, Luke Williams, are you in chat right now? Luke Williams is my broski. I seen him earlier. He comes to visit me. He's my friend. He's been my friend for, I don't know, 20 years or something plus. And my neighbor. And he's on Facebook. He's my friend. So, excuse me. Oh, there I am. Oh, I'm British. So let me just scroll through my Facebook. I was going to show you something I actually can't find. So much stuff posted on my Facebook. Let me just show you this a second. I thought it was really interesting, if you don't mind. I've never seen an iceberg. Have you seen an iceberg? Well, if you do the experiment yourself, like this chap has here on Facebook. So what he's done, he's dropped a chunk of ice in some Ceylon water. And is it sinking? And is, say, 10% of it sticking out of the water the way an iceberg does? Or is it mostly submerged and under the skin? You can do that experiment yourself. I think it's a hoax. And you do realize that, they are freshwater. Icebergs are meant to be freshwater. And they've got to ask yourself, well, how the fuck is that freshwater when the sea's frozen, when the sea is salty? And why is the sea salty? Pray so. So let me just show. I wanted to show you. Oh, excuse me. Something a second. Oh, there I am. Flat thumbs, double flat thumbs to infinity thrice. I hope you enjoyed them old rare images. I've not seen anything that old before this week. I thought they were fantastic. Of antiquity with missing people, which I find really sinister, and just the age of them and everything about them just feels fucking weird, all of it. And the funnies, I hope you enjoyed the funnies. I did have some jokes put by, but I think they may be a bit much. Who can tell? So, sketches in the house. Hi, Glenn. How's it going, matey? Good to see my friend Dick Richards, Stephen, Galactic. Okay, let's get some new peeps. We got a load of people in the chat feed for Flat Earth British as well. Let me give a few of you shouts. Let me have a look. We got Murphy in there, Gary Feltham's in there, Cover Zero, Lutu's in there, Randy Weathers is in there, Flying, Fangirl's in there, Dave Max in there, and Clerk. I can see a load of you in there watching Flat Earth British Think Tank. I decided to go on there live tonight for a change. 2 seconds. So yeah, this thing's not going to go away, as you know, and they're going to keep adding stupid shit. Footballers will keep fucking dropping. It's the most biggest waste of money in reality, isn't it? Football. Who the fuck is shit about people kicking a ball wrong? It's so fucking childish. Right, I'm going to show you this a minute. This is absolutely fantastic. And this is what I love about humanity, is moments like this. Okay? Share on my Facebook. Check it out. Oh, fucking God love him. And you can see he's not a druggie or anything. Sad, isn't it? So basically, he had money and he was going to like see if he was worthy, is what he did there. And the guy had fuck all in the world and he was happy to share his last food with him. That's the difference, isn't it? That guy's probably on the street because he's a good person anyway. And this is what you're finding, guys. They got hearts of fucking gold, a lot of them, and they put in, I talked to one homeless guy. He was homeless because he loved his dog. He's like, where am I going to give him for my dog? I can't take my dog in a hostel. I can't get a place. I'm on a waiting list. Same old story. Heartbreaking. Can't even go under a motorway bridge, and the church keeps their doors locked and not even welcoming them. What kind of place are we living in, guys? And there's all the more of them. 10, 20 years ago, never seen a homeless person on the streets of Cardiff. Ever. Now, every fucking 2 minutes, you're just passing one. It's just endless. Endless distractions, Dragon Sage. It's always that. And they're good at it as well, because they get people like, they can get like millions of people just disappearing in fucking just utter wankness of stupidity. And I just watch it happen and I think, can they see what's the matter with them? Tim Nichols, oi oi. So yeah, right, now, like I said, we've got the Flat Earth British tour is being like written and planned and everything. And if you keep watching Flat Earth British this week, we'll have more details for you, okay, about that. And I'm trying to nail a place for a big Flat Earth British convention, okay? This time would be much better. I know how to do it by practice, so I'll basically nail it, okay? We'll have a epic Flat Earth British meet, okay? That'd be fantastic. Hippie Shay went to the last. Did you love the last one? I got a photograph of you there, a couple actually. Joshua Farmer, homeless people are true empaths. You know it. You know it. This is why they're there, because they're good people. It's sad, that is. King Schnurgle Gerson, my future history is Michigan. Scorro Bay and Jane Doe, good to see you. I mean, thanks. Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Marcel. Good to see you. True man, you know it. Ryan. This place is infinitely fucked. Come on, guys. Half the world's got it all and they don't even know what to do with it. And half the world's got fuck all and they know what to do with it. How is that right? I just can't get over it. All these billionaires and all these people just spunking money on stupid shit, all them space rockets and fuck. And they just go in and just sort out all of fucking India and Africa, all places are needed. It just drives me insane to think of people having to suffer in this place because of fucking them. Yeah, all that needs to be sorted. You do know that, don't you? Yeah. The fucking wealth here is ridiculous to the extreme. And yet there's all of that fucking poverty. Well, it don't make no sense to me. It does. I know why they're doing it. They fucking kill everyone, don't they? Some people are surplus to requirements, and what happens to them, they don't fucking care. Eerie Greens, Hippie Shake, Truth Seeker. So, Pushkin Castle, Alexage, higher sweetness, Jewish Samaritanage, higher there. Or should I say, Shalom? Gina, see, I speak all languages. I speak 12 languages fluently. Yeah. Enrico, or Enrique, good to see you. Eddie. So I've been talking 3 hours and it seems like 10 minutes in my Brian. And call session, I would be too late. I got neighbors and stuff, and I'm feeling okay after talking so long. But that's been a good hangout. I've really enjoyed that. But I would have come back earlier in the week, but guys, the week's just got away from me. I'm wondering what the fuck is going on. As soon as I catch up, it's like, well, it's Thursday. You know, I'm fucking hell. Again, it's just like, where's the week gone? It just drives me nuts. Can't keep it on it. And I'm like really busy with all of this, you know. It's not like I'm, you know, shirking or slacking or taking time off. I'm working away, and it's just like, well, gone. Too much. Yeah, curious life. Fuck it all, mate. I don't even care about it all. Never did anyway. Just bullshit. On toast. Fuck it. Don't care. I'm more interested in just like spreading the love, showing people the truth, the way I see it, and you know, not pushing anything, am I? I'll just come here, show you my evidence, show you my investigation. I'll put a court case forward. You can go with it and do what you want. It's just, I'm giving you the questions. You go and do the research for yourself, okay? If you vibrationally feel that we're onto something, which many, many, many people do, well, then you're going to go with it as a team, which is what happens. What's that? Ice Age is coming. Ice Age is coming. Let me hear both sides. Radiohead. I listened to it fucking yesterday. Ashley. Well, actually, I watched Radiohead live in Berlin. My son said it was really depressing. I think it's fantastic, by the way. Yeah, that album tells you a lot of stuff, Rainbows, brother, Ashley. Yeah, man, it tells you a lot of clues. They're there. 2 + 2 = 5, the first track. Yeah, that tells you, doesn't it? Right there. I stayed in forever. 2 and 2 always make 5. Fuck yeah, they tell you. D2C. Yeah, I've always liked Radiohead. They're just an experimental, fantastic band. You cannot fault them in any way. You know, if you've got the headphones on with Radiohead, I buzzes my ass off with them. Nicola Todd. Although the lead singer is a fairy changeling, apparently. So Capilocious, Free Press, Truthtainment, good to see you. Christopher Douglas is in the house. And Chris Schnurgle. So I will try to come back definitely sooner this week. Okay, guys. I've got actually more stuff to actually present, and I do want to do another phone call in, although I'm not going to do them every week because it won't feel as special if we do, if that makes sense. Okay, too much of a good thing is a bad thing. Yeah, don't drink too much water. You will get addicted and want it all the time. Have you not seen Mad Max? Okay, exactly. Seminar what? Gigi? Hiya, Gigi Abby. I think so. JT. So, have you had a good night's entertainment? Primetime British YouTubia, 9 o'clock. Yeah, I nailed that, didn't I? Have you? Did I give you anything to think about? Did I make you giggle? Naughty, ain't I? Capalocious, free press, train, Snuggle Goose. Let me move up the thing, see if there's any more. So, if you are in chat now on Gate 100 odd of you are, make sure to say ta-ra or much love or whatever it is you do and show your appearance so I can actually say ta-ra to you. Wow, my chat feed's going fucking nuts now and spinning. What the fuck's with that? My computer's been acting weird all night. I don't know what's going on. Calistoga refined. Oi to YouTube. Brian Evans is doing it again. Adam Cook. Yeah, my computer's been doing stuff I've never seen before. Last 2 days. Loads of weird stuff going on I've never seen before in the last few days or since New Year. It's fucking freaky. All these weird bots everywhere. Fucking trolls showing up. All sorts of this, that, and the other. They're just trying everything they can. Fritz, good to see you. And the real Yoda, shut the fuck up, you must. And good advice, Yoda. And Dragon Sageage, as I said. G Aussie, thank you as well. And Gilly Proof, Taff and now, good night, no star. Thank you for everything, Gilly. If you do need CBD juicage because you got pain in some way, don't take paracetamol. They fucking kill your ass. Link below. Okay, Employment UK. Who's Gilly, my friend? And she will give you the best juice. Okay, I mean the best juice. Get over there. Joshua, sweet soul music. I was playing all sorts today. I was having a really good little bit of tunage today. I really enjoyed my music today. Chris Duggan and Manny. So yeah, I will have a call in next week. Manny, welcome to do that callage thing and have a chat. Sean and Gary and Cavalocious. And what's up? Much love. Thank you so much. So yeah, donate to Martin Leaker, Fat Earth British, like a quid or anything. Like if you went out tonight and you bought a round for your mates, it'd be like half of that would be nice. Now we help them really massively. Valerie Packs, meet my rent. Because YouTube is fucked. Ta-ra, that's right, ta-ra. Or ta-ta. Or TTFN, as they say in Fat Earth British land, it's just to toughen up. Ryan DeBoer gets you thinking, doesn't it? So I definitely think they're lying about the age of photography. I think that's pretty persuasive, wouldn't you say? I mean, they had it a long, long time before, wouldn't you say? And it's very possible that these, metal plate images are of the time or just post-apocalypse when they just came back, yeah? Yeah, I know. Spooky, innit? Dennis Fowler, laughing my head off your comments the other day. You're nutty. Richie from Boston talks shit on you, Martin, back a few years ago. Yeah, I know he does. Don't worry about it. Don't give a fuck anyway. I'm not really giving a fuck. Ooh, everyone dishes me. They all have, okay? But they all, when they're in my face, yeah, they all come sucking up and blowing smoke up my ass. This is what I'm finding, yeah? If I'm on a hangout, I've been on hangouts with people who have called me all the fuckers under the sun. And they're like, oh, hi, man, much respect and love. Because it's a bit different when you dish people to their face. And I'm like, I'm a look in the eye, have a word with you, sort of person, if you know what I mean. Polly. So, yeah, welcome to Dish Me All They Fucking Want. I ain't doing the old scaremongering fear fucking thing of people's ass anyway. Neil, Benny, Kath, or I'm a researcher, a serious researcher. I'm not a commentator. So it's a completely different genre altogether. Okay. I invent genres at my Brian. Okay. Which are everywhere in the world. Should see my Facebook. My Itadri groups are on there. They all got like 50,000 and shit. I'm like, whoa, I got so many to choose from. I want to go through and, zip images and stuff. They're fantastic. Get over to Facebook and see all the Tatry groups. All ones I looked at yesterday. X Tatry tech site. Fucking wicked stuff on there. Choose life, and live now. Don't think about the past. The past doesn't exist. It's just wisps. It's not real. It's not real. See that trippiness? It's not real. The past is not there. It's only the now. Make the most of it, guys. Even the bad stuff you'll find turns out to be good stuff eventually in some weird sort of way. The universe is a really, really curious beast, I'm finding. It keeps teaching you lessons. If you're trying to pass the test, it's fucking hard. Matt, good to see you. Vibes. But I was never, I've always been anti-capitalist, and I've never really been like, had that much association with material objects. I'm not like fucking obsessed with material things, if that makes sense. I've always been more inclined towards the spiritual. I think that's true of me. Alan, good to see you. Angela, Kathy, Kelly, very spiritual. So yeah, anyone writing, if they've been having any pathetic or strange dreams or communications from myself, I've been putting myself out there in the matrix for people to pick up on. If they are psychically advanced in that way, they should be able to hear it. Okay. And it's a message of love anyway. And should all make perfect sense to you all. So I'll thank you for that, FE Lex. Good to see you. Much love. 1,000 people love again tonight. Now we had 1,100 people and last week. Absolutely smashing it on the truth scene on Flatterday British. The time is broken, so time's forever. Well, one thing I was wondering about, I will mention, is was time different in the past when they had two suns? Is this why people were bigger? Is this why people were lasting like Adam 800 years? It's because the sun, or the two suns reality had a completely different time aspect, because time is a construct. Maybe the sun and the moon's courses, or the two suns' courses, were a lot slower. So days were like our 3 days, and then people were living like 800 years. Does that make any sense? Or even the opposite, a quicker path and shorter days. It could have been, in the two different resets. A time dilation is what I feel for the last one anyway. So that's what I'm thinking. Mac Trum and lovely, beautiful Flowage and Monica and all my friends and all my Flat Earth British peeps. Love you all. Thanks so much. And Lindsay, let me show you a photograph of Lindsay before we go. You ready for book shares? I haven't got that many. No. Fuck me. A lady did send me, called Alicia from Barcelona. My computer's doing a weird thing, guys. Wow, what the fuck? Alicia sent one to Barcelona. Unfortunately, I didn't have the codecs to, she sent it from an iPhone, and I downloaded it from my iPhone, but it's just not working for me. In fact, my computer's gone really fucked up, so I can't do that. Don't worry about it. So yeah, it'll have to be the next one. Okay, I get some more book shares. Send me some more book shares, some flat fun pictures, and we'll send them all, and I'll post them all next video, which will not be by next Flatterday. I assure you of that. Okay. Adam, Matt. Okay. No, King Snurgle, behave. He's talking about your. I know I'm going to tell you, Lindsay. Cover your eyes, ears. Okay, young lady. GT Clark. Brian Aments, good to see you. Alva Billy, much love to you, my brother. And John Fletcher as you as well. Up in northeast England. I was there last week, or the week before. Fucking Skegness. Laurie. And I got travel sick, and I was sick as a dog for a day afterwards, like a fucking 13-year-old on a school trip. I was so ill. I fucking travel sick. St. George. Oh, Kim the Badger. Good to see you. Wishing everyone the best. Thank you for that, FE Lex. Although America takes 30% of it, I can see very little at the end. But it does help because AdSense pays my rent. I haven't had a video to go through in 6 weeks. So, Scarobi, if I'm pronouncing that right, Moonbeamage. The lovely Moonbeamage. Dallas. Okay, I'm going to fuck off because I've been 3 hours, 20 minutes. Nobody's going to watch this back. So, The real age of photography, I think, is a fake. What is going on with these photographs is really, really spooky anyway. I don't feel connected in some way. I don't know what we're looking at, but I have a lot more to show you. I did have a fantastic collection of Boston ones, new, that I've never seen before, to show you, but that's going to have to be on the next, okay, because of time and the lateness. So thank you, Dave Knuckles. See you next week. I'll be back before then. Keep an eye on the Flat Earth British or the Tatarian channel, which are them there. So we have FEB channels, Martinique and Nectar, Flat Earth British Think Tank, Celtic Tatarian channel, and Flat Earth British sub 2. Lee's back next month with his main channel. Okay, so now you know. Oh, don't know if you're out there, Lee. Probably not. 20 past 12, don't we? So Gigi, Sonia, babes. Yeah. Thank you for popping by, everybody. I gotta go. So here we go. Welsh flag in the background. Come here, Bath, because I'm feeling all Welsh today. See how trippy that is? Ooh. Do you want to see me disappear? Tripping you out, ain't I? Do you want to do it again? I know. Okay. Flat thumbs, much love. And I'll see you on the next one. Should be a day or two. Okay. Make sure to do all those funky YouTube things, donate, and all the other stuff. Okay, guys? Share. Thumbs up that thing and click that fucking bell so you can get notified, because no one's getting notified, I'm finding, over the last few years. What battle? Red Dragon. Gigi. Yeah? It's good, isn't it? I love the Welsh flag. It's proper good. Okay, could do it a few touch-ups. If I had my way, I'd do a few alterations on the Welsh Dragon. It needs more stuff on it. I would. You mean it's not my flag, so well, it is. Loving it. Any flags, nationalism, it's all wank and bollocks anyway to drive people against people. Although in this case, we have been invaded and they won't give us our country back. I'm just saying. So, Samir, good to see you, lovely friend, Ditch, and Wrinkle, and Coffee. Okay, I gotta go. I need food, a cup of coffee, actually. No, it's too late for coffee. Herbal tea. Right, Wrinkle, you were the last shout of the day. And you, if you are there, I doubt you are at this time of the night, Lukage. Much love, bruv. So, oh yeah, for Ely people, any Ely people going, the funeral of my friend Paddy is on the 26th at the Church of the Resurrection in Ely. Everybody's going to be there. It's going to be a massive funeral. All the Ely crew are going to be there. It'll be different. Okay. If you're not from Ely, I wouldn't bother going if I were you. Jack of all trades. Well, that would be very eye-opening for an outsider, I can imagine. Max Stump. Holy fuck. Jane, though. You'd be safe if you was on me. My peeps. So, Rosemary. Anyway, much love to you all. Boom Shanka. May the seeds of your loins be forever fruitful in the belly of your woman. Be good and don't do anything I wouldn't do. That's good advice. Probably not. Anyway, see you on the next one. Hope you enjoyed.